Coming to you live now here from the LSR network. We apologize for the...
Oh, hang on. No, we're fine. I just can't see shit.
Slight delay. But the game now here is underway as Legends opens the score within the first 3 minutes of the game. Appreciate it. Get the commentary to you real soon once we clear up a little bit of space here. But for those of you at home, it is a beautiful day to be playing. A cool 64 degrees here outside at kickoff. And LSR with an excellent roster going into this season. Obviously the start not what they wanted, but Legends, one of the most well-respected and experienced teams in the league, comes in trying to defend not only their reputation but their chances at a title moving forward. Both rosters loaded with talent, former pros, former Division I athletes. It's going to be a good match. Stay tuned. We got a full 90 minutes of high-quality soccer for you.
And then another 90 right after that.
And another 90 right after that as I introduce you here to my partner, Tyler Watterson, the owner of LSR Football Club, and also goalkeeper extraordinaire. Tyler, good to have you.
I've officially retired.
He is officially retired.
As of Friday, we found 2 new goalkeepers, and I was able to retire. Came in clutch. Thank you, Eduardo, for finding them for us.
Eduardo, excited to be a part of the first team this season. We've got a couple of new guys on the first team this season. Jordan, the forward who is now offsides, number 12 up there, is a new addition to the roster.
Former captain at SMU.
Former captain at SMU.
Of the club team.
Of the club team. Jordan is whip smart, finance guy. Let's hope he finds the net as much as he found his studies in college.
He's been finding a lot of bangers in training lately, so we'll
has.
see if we can get another one out there today.
He's been in form. Obviously, the guys out here with a little bit of jitters tonight. We'll see how it goes.
It's been a rough month with 3 weeks off because of weather, #Texas. But we'll
tell
see
us a little bit about that.
It was a little rough, though. We missed training for between February 8th and March 4th. So it was a nice, 25 days or something like that without any sort of training because of the weather.
Yeah,
so,
it seems like it was a little bit rough.
Everyone obviously knows about the snowpocalypse, but it was bookended with rain and then rain afterward as well, which was very frustrating. And everyone knows UTD closes their fields if someone spits on the field, so it took a while for them to open back up.
Absolutely. I think it's very interesting to note that with the way the snowpocalypse has gone, a lot of things have changed around here. Obviously, the league is a little bit delayed by a couple of weeks, but the big issue for me, obviously, is gas prices. I had to pay $30 to fill my tank up yesterday, and that was probably the worst experience my wallet has had in recent memory.
It is always unfortunate when gas prices go up. There's no doubt about that.
And an own goal scored by LSR. It is now 2-0 to the Legends, who take an early lead here. Not quite the start that Lone Star Republic were looking for. But, again, it is early. Not much excitement on that one. It seemed like there was a pass back to the goalkeeper and a little bit of a miscommunication. Went wayward and into the back of our own net. What did you see there, Tyler?
I cannot see. I am blocked off by many things in my way of seeing that into the field. What did you see there, Christian?
Well, I saw that our midfielders were able to get back, cover the play well, but the issue was when the ball fell to the left back, he tried to find his goalkeeper without picking his head up and just played it into our own net. Obviously, some rustiness here on the squad, who has yet to really play several games together, so it's going to take some time to get used to each other.
Both City and United so far this spring season have had very little time playing together for various reasons. We already talked about the 3 weeks off, but also most of these players are new to the club, and it's going to take a while for them to gel. Lots of good signs in training, really good attitudes. Everyone likes to be there. It just takes a little while to get used to playing with some of your playing partners.
One of those interesting things is another wayward pass here, and Legends takes off here on that left sideline. obviously here's a team that has been playing together for a while. You can see it. They've got guys who have experience at some of the highest levels of world soccer. So it's interesting to see where LSR are going to take this game.
Excuse me while I send some people the link to this stream that just now decided to ask for it.
Of course. Corey Cantor, one of the legend center backs, was actually my captain at ORU.
Oh, really? He actually played for us. He scored our goal in our U.S. Open Cup qualifier a couple of years ago.
Really?
And had to step away from the club because of too many other responsibilities like family and coaching.
Yeah, he just had a new kid, so congratulations to Corey.
Congratulations, Corey.
A new father as of a couple of months ago, and we know his wife very well as well. Congratulations to them.
So he really just needed to go find a team that took themselves a little bit less seriously, didn't he?
We are, it's one of those things where I think Corey. He was an excellent captain.
It's too late to change it.
When we were there, I was a freshman. He was a senior, and he led by example more than anything else.
What position did he play in college?
He was actually started out as a striker as the season began, and then once one of our strikers came back, he moved into the midfield and played the sixth role and was excellent there. At one point in one of our games, we had a couple center backs get hurt, and he was even back there. He can really do everything because he's just one of those guys who works hard and does everything he can to help the team win.
Clearly, he's a very versatile player. Now he's playing center back right now for Legends, and I've seen him play all over the field for them over our couple of years battling against this squad.
Absolutely. Tyler Lee, the center back for LSR, not one to be scoffed at either, recently got called up to his national team that would be playing in, is this qualifiers?
It is World Cup qualifying. I believe, if I remember right, it's against Antigua.
Antigua will be the first game,
and
but
then
in
Canada.
Their group also is Canada, so we might be seeing Tyler feature against players like Alphonso Davies here in the next coming couple of months, which is obviously something the club is very proud of and obviously very excited to see.
Nothing compared to the test today against Legends, though.
Yeah, obviously. Clearly the quality here is better, so there's not something I'm worried about.
Significantly better.
Yeah, absolutely. The press is starting to work a little bit better for LSR, but Legends obviously decent players at playing out of pressure. Tyler Lee clears that ball into the midfield here. Doomy gets his hand on it. Philip Lee, quite the speedster, off on his horse. Ball gets played in to Jordan, who is not able to make connection with it, but that ball gets played immediately out by the goalkeeper. Picked it up well. Also, are going to have to be careful with Legends left winger out here. I don't know his last name, but I do know his first name is Billy. We have a nickname for him. We call him Jack Grealish because of the way his hair is slicked back. That was a bit of a meme last season when we'd go up against him. LSR continues to press here. Ball finds the center back for Legends. Views his options, plays back to the keeper. That ball's going to fall right to Eno, the right back, who's going to give that a boot. How do you pronounce Brian's last name?
Taffarei, I believe.
Taffarei. Well, that ball attempted by LSR left back into Jordan. Can't quite find him, but they're starting to find the gaps a little bit better than they were in the first couple minutes of this game. Billy on the ball here now.
A little bit to be expected. There's a lot of walking going right now in blue, and we're hoping we can find that changes over the next few minutes. That would be ideal.
That would be ideal. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that obviously these guys have lives outside of the sport or whatever, and it is hard to get in game shape if you're not playing games consistently.
Or whatever is the key phrase there.
Or whatever.
We don't typically accept that excuse around here.
We will get our feet under ourselves as time moves forward here with the game situation, but I have faith. This will look like a great comeback on film here in the coming future.
So I'll go over a little bit of our plans for this season, including coming up in the summer.
Of course,
Christian, feel free to throw in some opinions, thoughts, anything that you have on the subject.
Absolutely.
But what we decided to do this season after quitting UPSL this winter, we had a really long roster of guys that were not given much of an opportunity with UPSL being such a trash league to try and manage.
Of course.
And so we found a much more organized, consistent system where that's going to allow us more practice time. And then we ended up taking that roster, dividing it in two, and putting two equally competitive teams in this league together for this long extended spring preseason for all of those guys to get an opportunity to break into the first team squad over the summer. And we are about to have a very busy summer coming up. A couple of competitions that I'm not yet allowed to say anything about, but we are officially invited back to the NISA Independent Cup.
I'm going to have to interrupt you there, Tyler, as Legends has found their third goal of the first half. LSR down now 3-0 to the Texas Legends.
They sure don't seem equally competitive right now, Christian. This Lone Star City team is really struggling
thus far. The communication is just not there. Striker there was able to find space in between center backs as if the Red Sea had parted. That was a bit difficult a bit of a difficult pill to swallow on that ball.
Let's see if you, featuring for Lone Star United later in our 7 o'clock game, can do any better than these guys.
I'm definitely
right
excited to play at 7 o'clock following this performance so far. Also considering I'm back on my home field. I went to high school here. I attended Green Hill from the 6th to the 12th grade. I graduated from here, and it's some of the 7 best years of my life. So anytime I get to play on the field that I grew up playing on, it's always an honor and a lot of fun. You were saying about the summer leagues, though. Please keep telling us. You said that we've been invited back to the NISA Independent Cup, which obviously the team's really excited for. We had a good performance in their last season, came up short in the final, so excited to get back there. But what else?
So a couple of local big-time competitions that we'll be announcing here pretty soon, in addition to a large competition, very competitive competition that our women have been accepted into to finally get them into a league. We've been waiting for a women's league for a long time, just one that was appropriate and a skill level high enough that justifies putting our women's team in there.
Yeah, because they are pretty darn good.
They are very good.
Arguably our best squad in terms of how hard they crush their competition.
There's no doubt about that.
They've had to leave the state to actually find good competition, if I remember correctly.
That's absolutely correct. So we think we found a good option for them. So they're going to be included in our summer plans. But there's going to be a lot of first-team games over the summer. And we'll just be continuing on this spring, using this as an extended preseason, like I said earlier, getting everybody minutes, everyone a chance to play, everyone a chance to find their feet, get situated, and then all of a sudden the summer's going to hit and we're going to be roaring and ready to go. So NISA Independent Cup in July, in addition to a couple of other competitions for the men's team throughout the summer, leading into Heineken Cup yet again in August, and then of course U.S. Open Cup qualifying will hopefully begin in September. So we're very excited for what's going to be a very busy 2021.
Yes. The magic of the Cup, U.S. Open Cup, where anybody can beat anybody, and obviously being a part of that every year is something we look forward to here at the club, and hopefully it's something that goes well for us here in the coming future. As LSR take a throw in enemy territory for the first time this game. As Jordan finds right back Eno, Fuad with a good move here, and that's going to be the first foul. Positive for LSR as they find a free kick at the edge of the box, perhaps an opportunity to find themselves back into this game with a good service or perhaps a good shot into the box. And it appears we are now about...
For the record, we are working on getting a scoreboard up for you to show this pretty horrible 3-0 score line.
I personally don't mind not having a scoreboard right now, but you know, it's
yeah, maybe we should just avoid that. Maybe we shouldn't put it up.
It's here. Technical difficulties is what we'll call it. Good ball into the box here. Tyler Lee almost gets his foot on that, but that's a good header, cleared away. On the throw-in for Legends now is Jimmy Webb. Another Green Hill alumni, graduated in 06, is currently one of the coaches for the varsity team here. He's the goalkeeper coach. Decent goalkeeper in his own right.
We'll see about that.
We'll see.
Actually, no, we won't. He's on the field.
Oh, he's on the field, actually, yeah. But that was a keeper's touch right there. A little bit of a handball.
18.
Jimmy, if you're watching this replay later, you're only allowed to use your hands when you got gloves on, my guy.
Classic.
But he's an awesome guy. Was an excellent coach throughout the 4 years. Got along with the squad great. In general, just a really great person. He's one of those guys that wakes up early at like 4 a.m. to do his work. He's done by like 12, has the rest of the day to do what he needs to do. It's great. It's a good lifestyle. I recommend it to anyone.
Sounds lazy.
Yeah, very lazy.
Done by noon?
Done by noon? Why? Who wants to do that? Fuad almost finds a bit of an opening there as Legends back on the attack. Down the right wing here. And LSR is going to force them to check a little bit backwards now. So tell us about the differences in the rosters. Obviously, you're most familiar with the both of them. What do you see as the strengths and weaknesses for both? Obviously, City is the team out here today. What do you see?
Well, it's funny that you say that. Originally, I would have told you, and I think you would agree, that City had the better back line to get started.
I would agree.
That's not showing to be very true at the moment. That was almost somewhat unintentional. The way the rosters were constructed was literally just dividing the teams in half and just doing position by position and making sure each team had, all the positions covered. No real regard for, especially considering how well balanced the roster is. It wasn't anything about trying to pair specific players or match certain skill levels. All of that was already taken care of. So it was as simple as putting everything into an Excel spreadsheet by position, just dividing it in half. Really easy process.
It's just Control-Tab or something
Control
like that.
Tab. Right? Control-Delete,
Control
things
delete.
like that. Yeah,
Absolutely.
And we're
gonna have to check that formula.
we do have 3 weeks to make roster changes. So especially with the performance of this back line so far, there probably will be some roster changes over the next couple of weeks where we bring in maybe some more experience from the United team over to City. And
I
maybe
think it's
swap
also
some
worth
people.
noting that a good offense is probably the best kind of defense. It's definitely a situation, I think, where the back line's been a little bit stressed. There hasn't really been much to look forward to in terms of going forward. So
we are playing a pretty offensive structure. Back four, one defensive mid, 3 attacking mids, 2 strikers. So without a doubt, sometimes in that formation, you can definitely struggle to get pressure on the ball in that 6th position right in front of the back line. I think a lot of that has contributed to the scoreline so far. Our guys just not able to adjust and prepare. A number of them showed up pretty late to this game today when a few others just decided not to show up. So that's always fun. Hashtag lower league soccer. So I think it's just a struggle to get into a game that you weren't really that prepared for.
I am excited about the prospect of the player on the ball right now, Doomy, number 11. An excellent player. Every time he's come out to training, ignore that touch there. Every time he's come out to training, he's been absolutely excellent.
He's a brand new signing from Somerset SC here in Dallas. Came over to us this offseason, and yes, has impressed just about everybody so far.
I'm excited to see what we can do once we can, get him the ball in a more attacking position. He's obviously a more natural, creative number 10 kind of guy. So it'll definitely be exciting to see him as he starts to mesh a little bit better and well with the team. Good ball by the keeper, new keeper signing today. Tell us a little bit about him.
Yeah, Damien Toulé. I got to see him play last night and showed very, very well. I was impressed with both of our new goalkeepers that came out last night. Other than that, I don't know much. I believe he plays at Grand Canyon University in Phoenix. And is here for the spring and summer.
When did he play at Grand Canyon?
I think he's there currently. They're just not maybe in-person classes. I'm not really sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like I said, clutch Eduardo Sanchez coming in for us and bringing us these new players.
No, I played against Grand Canyon in college. So
okay.
Yeah. They had their current coach is actually Shells Heinzman.
Yeah, I was going to say Shells Heinzman.
The former FC Dallas coach. And speaking of former FC Dallas coaches and players, Zach Lloyd, the current LSR head coach, former FC Dallas and U.S. men's national team right back / defender. He will be coaching LSR for now the 5th consecutive season, I think.
I'm sorry, I was a little distracted. You're talking about Zach Lloyd?
Yes.
Yes, he is here again. This will be his 3rd year to start.
How many seasons is that now, though? Because
so really with the split seasons and if you include last summer, let's go. This is season 6. Let's say this is season 6.
Okay, so the 6th consecutive season.
It makes us sound better that he's been here for more seasons as well. So however many other ways we can divide up that
exactly what I was trying to imply, though, now that the audience knows our thought process. I am now less cool in comparison.
In addition to that, along the lines of that thought process, we do now officially have a scoreboard up, and in true LSR fashion, it's only showing our score. So you'll see a 0 on there, but you won't see the 3 represented by Legends, and we just like to do that sometimes.
I won't argue with it today.
Why not? Nobody really cares, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Good little battle here between both center backs. Sorry if my voice kind of faded away. I was trying to not get hit in the face. That little bit skirmish was right in front of our faces here. Jimmy Webb finds the ball to Jamie. Jamie, the only Englishman on the team from what I can tell for the Legends. A coach here in the Dallas area as well.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
You can't have too many of those.
He quite the temper on him, but he's an excellent player. And remember last season we played against him in a game that I believe we lost 4-3 in the rain. It was a very good game though, and he hit a screamer in that second half.
Yeah,
it was just absolutely top bins. So he's definitely got the talent.
And speaking of last season and previous games against Legends, I do believe we have not won a single game in maybe 6 tries against these guys.
Yeah, but to be fair, I think. Now obviously I think we got a little more talent on our split squads. It's not showing today, but I think moving forward we'll have a little bit better games. Although we've had some great battles with them in the past.
Oh, absolutely. Were you there for the 4-4?
I was on the field.
I thought so. 4-4 in Dallas Soccer Alliance. There was I think 6 different lead changes during that game.
There were 6 different lead changes during that game, and it was one of those games where we were down 4-1 at one point.
Yep.
And came back on that. Very weird game because one of those things where they definitely dominated the first half, and in the second half they decided to not care as much.
And then they tried to destroy
Diego's
skull.
And then they tried carrying again. And
Diego on the ground took a full force knee to the back of the head in an attempt to, it seemed like, end his life.
Yeah.
And no confirmation there, but
it was definitely one of the most fun games I've played, though. I think that this squad is always fun, and we always look forward to playing them because you want to beat them. They're one of the better teams, and obviously they have the experience, and these players have not only the confidence to prove it, but the experience. And that's a good punch there. That's probably the best opportunity that LSR have had so far this game. A good ball into the box off the corner kick, and Corey Cantor's going to clear that with his left foot to LSR's number 6. Jimmy Webb gets on the end of that. Another great ball won there. That was not intentional, but it's going to work out for them. Tyler Lee looking for the ball, and that LSR attack is going to fall innocuously to another Legends player, Jamie, on the ball now. An interesting attack there. A little bit of a brighter sign. But Legends now on their own attack down this right flank. They're holding mids, doing a good job of just making possession a little bit harder to come by for us. So how many players have we brought in because of Eduardo now? He's actually on the field now. We just substituted him in.
Number 21.
Number 21. He's out. He's that left cam today.
Who do you know of? There might be others other than the 2 goalkeepers.
I mean, here's the thing. I used to play with him at FF Premier, and I would just like to take credit for him being here because I texted him. I was like, yo, LSR, man. And he's like, really? And I was like, yes. And he goes, bet.
Wow, that sounds like a 2021 conversation. That was the
exact text conversation we had. So, honestly, if he's getting credit for bringing players in, I want credit for him getting credit.
I can absolutely give you credit for that. I would still like an explanation on the whole bet thing.
Okay, so to explain this in 2021
it doesn't sound normal.
Bet is the kind of thing that you say when you're like, you know how word used to be a thing? Like when somebody said something, you'd be like, word. And that's just your way of saying I got it.
You're going from early 90s to late 2010s.
Yeah, so now we're going from word to bet. That's more of people say that it's a millennial thing, but no, that's definitely a Generation Z thing. So, that's a good move here by Twido, and Jordan almost gets on the end of that. But Twido trying to make the game a little bit more interesting, almost on his own there. An excellent and quite impressive show of his footwork there as he gets the foul. LSR left back Edwin is played a couple of great balls tonight. So I will likely be commentating to you here on a couple of those tonight. In training, he is a menace to deal with. He's just one of those players that can all around affect the game, both defensively and offensively. Humble guy, just likes to play. Obviously hits the gym.
Obviously hits the gym. Go on,
That's
Ty.
a great ball to Tyler Lee.
Oh, he was offside anyway.
And he's offsides, but there's some excitement. I was waiting for that.
Good effort off the outside of the post.
Yeah, Tyler Lee's a big guy. Rumor has it he's 6'3", 6'4", and quite built. Obviously, I'm still bigger than him, but
As we all are.
As we all are, yes, of course. He is looking quite small today, actually. That's the thing about it.
I don't think that captain's band is fitting on his bicep.
Yeah,
well
no, I
enough.
think it's actually squeezing the life out of his arm right now.
That could be the reason for the 3-0 scoreline right now. Is not enough blood flow to Tyler Lee's bicep.
Featuring today at 7 o'clock as well will be Tim Langford.
Club legend.
Club legend Tim Langford, the blood and soul of our midfield, and the blood and soul of all the shampoo endorsements he's going to get after this season. Undoubtedly drives him to the top of the charts because, well, I'll just let the film speak for itself. But when you see that hair flowing in the wind later, you guys will understand exactly what I'm talking about.
Let's just all hope that he doesn't put his hair up in a ponytail.
Absolutely not.
A man
Absolutely
bun.
not.
Or
Absolutely
any
not.
sort of restriction.
I will not accept that. I don't know who's captaining for us tonight, but if I get the armband, it's absolutely going to be a rule for Timmy not to have a headband on. Absolutely none.
How do you like playing with Tim?
I love playing with Tim.
I think just about everybody does.
I love playing with Tim because Tim is very, there's good players and there's bad players, and then there's players that are good / bad but are unselfish.
Good /
And Timmy is very good, no bad, and very unselfish. And the thing about him is that he just wants to win games.
He really does.
He just wants to win games. He doesn't care how it happens. And if the opportunity is there for him to give the ball to a teammate to score the goal, he will be just excited to see you score it. So I only have really nice things to say about the guy. And also probably the nicest footwork of any of our players. And that's hard for me to say.
That is quite possible.
Yeah, it's hard for me to say, but it's interesting. Because one moment the ball's there and one moment it's gone, like Houdini. What do you think here? A shot? About 35 yards out.
Tyler does like to take shots from this position.
35
so
yards
that's what
out.
I'm anticipating right now. Hopefully their keeper is not listening in on this.
I think the
this
Legends
stream.
left winger, Billy, is also wondering if this is going to be a shot. Well, it wasn't a shot.
Tyler.
That was a great clearance by Tyler Lee.
I believe that went over both fences.
Yeah, see, okay, so I practiced here for the entirety of my high school career, and I never saw that happen. We only ever needed that fence once.
I'm happy that wasn't one of our balls.
Was it one of theirs?
I think so.
Okay, then we'll let that slide.
That's a win in my book.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe that gives us the advantage. Are you our keeper tonight? Who's our keeper?
The other guy that was, well, you weren't there last night. The other keeper tonight is another guy Eduardo brought out.
Oh, okay, good. Nice. Is he decent?
Oh, very much so.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Which one did you say is better out of the two?
That's really tough to say. I think both because I've only seen them play once and also because they did look very, very equal.
Gotcha.
Both with pretty good footwork. We've already seen that on display so far. And I saw both of them make some pretty outstanding saves last night.
Okay.
Lots of good commentary from the guys after seeing them play. Excited to have somebody not named Tyler in goal.
Of course. And it's actually worthy to note here that the LSR team has definitely picked it up a little bit since the substitutions came on. Eduardo, Sanchez, Twido have had an absolutely positive effect on the game thus far. So we're actually getting a little bit of the ball more now. Reed, Silverstein into the midfield. Those were the 3 substitutions earlier. And
so if I'm not mistaken, this is year number 4, possibly even year number 5 for Daniel Twido with the club. Coming over to us all the way back in Division 4 of NTPSA, back whenever this club expansion, streaming games, and our attempt to go professional, not even a twinkle in my eye at the time.
And he is one of those guys that, just like Timmy Langford, just wants to win.
Absolutely.
Just wants to win, and one of those very unselfish players.
He has a lot of goals under his belt for the club in his years playing with us. A very, very impactful player and heavily responsible for a lot of the promotions and trophies that we won over the years.
Love seeing him in training. Always handles himself well. Very humble guy, too.
He's got a little bit of a real estate career going on. It'd be nice if he could come to training a little more often, but it seems like he cares about income, making money. It's
interesting.
Kind
foreign
of
concept.
It's a foreign concept to me as well. It's exactly what I was going to say, Christian. We're a great partnership.
Yeah, I am a senior in college, and I'm looking to get into law school, so the whole making money thing is not something I do well. But
you keep talking about law school, and I think you're confusing it with your broadcast career for LSR.
My broadcasting career. Well, if we get this out to enough people, maybe they'll be impressed with my.
We currently have 9
commentary.
watchers, so that's a good start.
Oh, 9. Well, 2 of them are definitely my parents. So shout out to my mom.
I'm pretty sure one's my dad as well.
Actually,
I think so.
That's
even though he's also over on the other sideline watching the game live.
Oh, I've actually never met your father. I'll have to say hello.
Yeah, that's him over there in the middle.
Oh, is that your mother?
That is my mom.
The Watterson family coming out in full force today.
Always.
That is a great tackle. Goodness me. Finally some aggression here from that number 6 here for LSR, whose name escapes me.
Moshi Debo. He's also brand new. Only been around for a few weeks.
Brand new.
Came out in the offseason and so far has shown well. He's a really tough tackler.
Yeah, no, I definitely learned that one the hard way when he almost broke me in half.
A number of people did. There was a few spats, a few fights, a little bit of upsetness at his first appearance for the club whenever he was really trying to make his name known.
Well, he definitely did that, and it's also one of those things where, as a player, you got to respect the fact that he is on your team and not on the other team, because I wouldn't want to play against him, and I think that's a compliment to him and his aggression and his ability to win tackles. Wayward pass from him there, but good attempt on the 1-2. Eno, one of the bright spots here for the team tonight at right back, getting up and down that wing, and that's going to be one of the keys here in this formation since we don't really have wingers. Twito out here on the left wing. You're going to have to excuse me, Tyler. We're going to find a way to score here, and Reed Silverstein at the back post can't quite get there, but LSR looking better.
Looking better. I believe was that a through ball from Eduardo? I believe it was.
No, that was a through ball from Eduardo into Twito onto that left wing, and in true Twito fashion, just trying to find the open man.
Very unselfish of him to try and find the back post. I think with a little bit more fitness under our belts, there's always going to be somebody there to put those away.
Absolutely. Reed is one of our attacking mids, but he definitely tried his best to try to get back to that second post, and maybe next time, Reed. Wearing the number 8 today, his favorite number, actually.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit lucky. I think he got here early, and that's why.
He was one of the first ones here, and I appreciate that. Little things matter, you know. Arrival time is something kind of difficult to enforce with these guys, so it's nice whenever they take it upon themselves to be ready and prepared.
Well, I'm here 2 hours early. So.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Showed up just in time to get on the commentary, and then big game later against Gamtex FC at 7 o'clock.
Were they in the league last season?
They were.
Which team was that?
They were. You know what? They might have been in the second division. I think they got promoted.
Oh, good for them.
I think they got promoted.
Was it one of those promotions where they just crushed everyone?
Yeah, they really did. Yeah, okay. They're a pretty solid team, very physical, lots of pace. I'm looking forward to seeing if they made any changes in the off season or any additions to their team.
Have we played against them before?
I know we have, but we've had so many teams in DSA over the years that they've been around that it's kind of hard to remember which team it was that played them.
Gotcha. Gustavo, a little bit of a difficult ball there to control, but he actually gets out of pressure, and that ball is going to be a positive throw-in to LSR as they look to claw their way back into this game.
Get closer. Just like this. Oh, just on that angle? Well, just in general, a little more. Even if that means we need to change the sensitivity on the, I don't know. Just at least try it.
Daniel Twito on that left wing once again receives the ball, and he is looking dangerous out here today, trying to find striker Jordan, whose last name escapes me.
Williams.
Jordan Williams. We
have 3 Williamses 3 Williamses in the club.
Who are the
One
other
is
two?
our token Englishman, George.
George Williams, of course.
And then Tim Williams is also a new addition from the offseason. Unfortunately, out with an ankle injury that he sustained in training a couple of weeks ago.
A very clean challenge there from Legends. It's a very excellent challenge as Coach Jamie tries to find the parking lot with that shot.
A little reminiscent of Tyler Lee there. Just didn't clear both fences.
We got a lot of wayward shots today. A little bit of a weird pattern, but
I'm going to also chalk that one, that shot from Tyler a few minutes ago. I'm going to
Brian.
chalk that up to his limited blood flow to his bicep as well.
There we go. What a turn from Brian there. And LSR looking a little bit cleaner here. Jordan on the ball. Back into Reed, who's going to find nobody except Jimmy Webb, but that ball's going to come back out. Eduardo now into Edwin here at left back, and we're striking net positive here, boys. Daniel Twido. 6. Out to Eno. We're looking like a soccer team here, boys. Okay, bright spots here at the end of the first half for LSR. Let's hope the goals come in the second.
I think the biggest bright spot, you've already pointed it out, was the substitutions coming on and really changing the pace of the game. I think it's been a very night and day difference that we've seen since then. No goals allowed since the changes, and sometimes you just got to stop the bleeding, which they did effectively. So hopefully they can, collectively as a group, really turn things around in the second half and put on a better performance.
100%, and it's one of those things where, just like any sport, the guys who want it more are going to end up getting it. And whether it's the substitutions or the guys that are already on the field, if you don't want it, you're not going to get it.
Yep.
Brian tries to find a good ball in there to Jordan. He's been making good runs all day.
Yeah.
If we start finding him, he will score goals. Very smart, very savvy player. Gives me some Edin Dzeko vibes.
I think that's a solid comparison.
Gives
yeah,
me some
I've
good
been
Dzeko vibes. What a touch by Coach Jamie.
I've been trying to think in my mind who Jordan reminds me of since I've been
and that
watching
ball is
him.
actually going to go out of bounds. Goodness me, I couldn't see. We had a bit of a camera malfunction here, but wow, what a touch! What a ball. Reed Silverstein trying to make it happen here in the midfield in his own. Jordan battling for that ball.
Good, Jordan.
And look at him continuing to press. He does not have an off button, does he?
He does not. He was actually bragging to me the other night very selfishly about his fitness level and how he does a good job of staying in shape.
Yeah, I bet you were very jealous.
I'm quite jealous, as you can probably just tell by looking at me. I'm not the most fit person in the world. And the last 3 months being off have really helped contribute to that. So
Gotcha. As Legends attacking down this left flank here, Gustavo going to try and meet him on that left side. And that ball is going to fall out of bounds for a goal kick to LSR. I'm actually standing now, and this makes viewing the game much easier.
Might be something we both have to do in the second
In the near future, yes, absolutely. But one day when we have our own stadium with a booth, it won't matter.
Working on it.
Cotton Bowl, here we come. Shout out to our team here today.
Shout out to our sponsor, Airline.
Sponsor, Airline. All this, the streaming, just the game day preparations would not be possible without the guys we work with. You can shout them out by name.
Their names are Preston Osborne and Aaron Kozak.
I am historically bad with names and faces. It is one of those things where I could have known you for 3 years and the face will be forgotten. I mean, the face will not be forgotten, but the name will. I'm being told to remember who has the mute button.
Amongst many of the things that we forgot to consider on this broadcast was the sun that is currently right behind your head, making it very difficult to see you. So apologies to the viewers for that, and our lack of scoreboard for the first 20 minutes of the game.
Am I on camera?
Oh, yeah, you're on camera.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would have put more makeup on today had I known that was a thing.
I intentionally wanted you to leave it off, so I didn't tell you.
An excellent show of pace there on that right side from Legends winger Coach Jamie, who I will continue to refer to as Coach Jamie because I don't know his last name, and I'm not even sure Jamie is his first name. But JJ with a cut inside onto that right foot, and that ball is going to take a bit of a scuff off of Reed Silverstein and go out for a Legends corner kick. LSR bench waving to me here now. A Fuad with maybe the whitest teeth on the team. I don't know. If you guys need a good dentist, a couple of good guys. We actually have a guy playing at 7. His name's Alisson. He's from Brazil, who has maybe the best set of teeth I've ever seen. Like, I'm talking Roberto Firmino set of teeth.
Are you saying that because they're both Brazilian?
No, I'm saying that because he himself compared himself to Firmino. And my immediate question after that was, do Brazilians just have great dentists? To which he responded, I don't know.
It must be genetics.
I think he's lying to me. I think he just does have a great dentist he doesn't want to show me. I didn't ask him if he ever had braces, though. It's definitely something I need to ask about at some point.
Very important for the...
On for Legends now is actually their owner, the number 19. Another name that escapes me.
Kanish. Maybe you should just stop talking about people you don't know their names. His name is Kanish Ali.
Gotcha. Very nice guy.
Also a cool guy, yes.
Very nice guy. When we played them a while back in that 4-4 draw in the rain, and also in the 4-3 loss in the rain, and also the 4-4 draw in the middle of the season, his goal was always to maintain a semblance of peace throughout the game. In general, he's just a fan of the sport, and we love him for being able to put teams out on the field and do his thing. Plus, decent player himself.
In our years that we've been together as a club, it has become painfully obvious how difficult, for some reason, that it can be to put quality opposition onto the field and finding places to play against teams that are organized, that show up on time. As much as that seems like such a small task, for whatever reason, a lot of people struggle with it. So anybody that we can play regularly that shows up with the full 11 and puts on a competitive game for us, we have a lot of appreciation for that.
Yeah.
This team, more than most, is very well qualified, very skilled. And again, specifically speaking about our lack of wins against them for 2 or 3 years now.
But again, one of those things where they come up and they show up and they play. As Zeno tries to find Jordan here, will not be successful in doing so. Corey Canner clears out with the left foot. Tyler Lee is going to try and bring that down unsuccessfully, but gets a second shot at it here. Eduardo Sanchez is going to try and play that out to Edwin, who is going to get there. A little bit of a burst of pace, but Legends recovers that back into the midfield. And they are off to the races here on that left wing. Just kidding. They're playing the ball back and maintaining possession. Corey Canner on the ball once again and doing what he does best, finding his midfielders. With a shot from Legends, and that one's going to sail over the bar, but that was a nice 35-yard, 40-yard shot, and honestly, wasn't that far off target.
The best 35-yard shot of the day so far.
Yeah.
Out of the 2.
Out of the 2, yes,
Significantly
absolutely.
better than the last one we saw.
Out of the 3, actually. We've had 2 balls sail into the parking lot so far. So, third time was the charm.
Eventually we'll see something on target.
Tyler Lee scouring the field for potential suitors for this ball as Daniel Twido is elected as the bachelor out on this left wing. He's going to attempt to beat his man, but that ball is going to come out for a corner kick. Positive result there.
What's up, man?
Interesting scenario here. These fields are actually relatively new, considering that the main field here at Greenhill School is Brinkman Field, the school where the high school teams play all their games, football, all that. Eno with a shot with his left foot here. And that's going to be the end of the first half. An absolutely disappointing first half, one might say, for LSR, but
very disappointing.
First half of the season is now closed. They'll look to improve on their efforts here in the second half. Thoughts, Tyler?
Not good.
Not good.
That's my general thought.
Well, you heard it here first.
I think I saw our back line playing way too deep, way too often. When the ball is in our offensive box. I don't understand why our back line is playing 20 yards behind midfield. Leaving the field that stretched open is bound to cause problems, lots of gaps, especially playing in our formation like this. There's already a lot of space to be had between the back line and our midfield, and so it's frustrating to see even more of that exacerbation of the issue.
It is a spacing issue, positioning issue, and I think that will come with experience and time. But we'll come back to you live at the second half, and hopefully things change. This has been the LSR Network. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Richardson, Texas, known to some as the city of the telecom corridor, Richardson is a bustling community center full of growth and development, as you can see right here behind me. So, in encouraging you to visit Richardson, follow me along as we explore some of the fascinating attractions Richardson has to offer. Fascinating attractions such as the Alamo. Well, it's not the real Alamo. Scenic views, local art, and the statue of books. Well, they're not real books, but follow me over to our local community learning center where the books are definitely real. Richardson is home to local artisan markets where residents gather to buy and sell organic goods. Family-owned, authentic, exotic cuisine, and even wilderness. Are you a business owner? Richardson has plenty of retail space and offices for lease and for sale. It's perfect for you. Like and follow visit.richardson on Instagram. And if you look at my newest post and share it with 10 friends and prove to me that you did by sending me all the screenshots, you can enter to win a chance to win a dark pass to visit Richardson from Dallas. Oh, and one more thing. Visit Richardson. Please.
This looks professionally done.
Weird.
But welcome back to the second half of our doubleheader, or second half of the first game of our doubleheader today, as LSR look to claw their way back into this game. The view you were just looking at was the drone view. LSR has a pretty cool drone that we use to get some pretty sick shots.
It is very cool.
Yeah,
it is very cool.
It's pretty awesome. We definitely put the effort in, and thankful to our technical team for that. As Jordan takes the shot,
let's go put this away.
Find that Eduardo is not able to put that away. Are you kidding me?
What
an effort from the Legends defender. An incredible save at the goal line as LSR look to find another one. Fuad on the volley, half volley again, and isn't able to find the net. Absolutely incredible.
That was the opportunity we needed to get back into this game.
Incredible clearance at the line there. I don't know who that was for Legends, but that was that goes in 9 times out of 10.
It does.
That goes in 9 times out of 10. Eduardo put that on target. I mean, there's not much else you can do there.
No, hopefully that is a sign of good things to come. The rest of the second half. Changed the formation to a 4-2-2-2. It seemed like we need a little bit more help defensively, so we got an extra defensive mid in there.
Okay.
And hoping that we get to see some big things this second half.
Absolutely. With the lack of wingers, those wing backs are going to have to start flying up and down the wing. But Eno and Edwin are definitely capable of doing that.
That was something I feel like that we saw quite a bit in the first half, which I was happy with. I wasn't so much upset about the lack of going forward from outside backs, just a little bit too little defensive effort and pressure for sure.
Goalkeeper change here for Legends as Jimmy Webb now in goal.
It was nice of him to put on a completely different colored jersey than what we're wearing right now.
He's actually, as soon as you said that, they actually handed him another jersey. He's actually putting on a pink bib right now. We love lower league soccer.
Hashtag lower league soccer.
Miscommunication here at the back. Legends down this right flank. Coach Jamie looking to find his man. Good ball into the middle here, and a 2-footed challenge from LSR. You'll have to excuse my giggle, but I thought that was a foul.
I will be honest, I thought that was a foul as well. He got away with it, though.
He did. Edwin finds the ball here now, and we're looking better. So far, so good.
We are looking better, yes. I think the little bit of a
good ball
kick in the
Brian.
butt in the first half was enough to wake them up.
Good ball from Brian here into Edwin, and he tries to find Jordan, but that's going to fall to the hands of Jimmy Webb.
I really do think we owe it to ourselves to just pause for a second on that final pass, and if it's not on, don't play it. It's a little bit too direct, a little bit too fast, a little bit too obvious what we're trying to do whenever we get the opportunity to play that final ball.
The patience has been lacking, but if we're looking here at guys like Reed Silverstein who have come into the game, and honestly, Reed definitely has a chip on his shoulder coming into the season. Just in general, he was with the reserves last season and got hurt, had surgery. Couldn't participate for most of the reserve season after that, and he's been telling me personally just how badly he wants to participate and show what he's capable of. And ever since he's come onto the field this second half and a little bit in the first half, he's really shown out. So props to him, and we'll see where he goes from here. Looks like Fuad is going to take this free kick out on the right wing. Tyler Lee and Gustavo are two big boys in the box looking to try and find a way back into this game as Fuad sends that one out of bounds. Could have done better from the wing there. There's going to be a goal kick here for the Legends. The midfield now participating a little bit more as Eno picks that ball up, and that's our right back flying up the wing, and Fuad is going to be offside by quite a margin.
Unacceptable.
What'd you see there, Tyler?
Same idea, a little bit lack of patience, winning that ball, being able to step forward, breaking the line just with a couple of touches, and seeing the entire field in front of you. Probably need a little bit more patience out of Eno there to find the right pass.
Yeah, Fuad was about 3 yards offside.
Take one more step, and you're thinking to yourself that Fuad is offsides, and you're not playing that ball. That gives you the ability to either step on it and stand there, wait for something to happen, or try and make a move on your own. So that's, again, this patience in transition is something that we'd like to see more
of. Back on the attack again, not giving Legends any time to breathe here. That is a horrid challenge. Studs up right into him. That is horrendous. The worst challenge of the night by far. Damn near broke his foot.
Yeah.
That was horrendous. I think, did he get any ball there?
I don't think so.
Do we have instant reap? 2 cleats up. There you go. Goodness me. Was he carded for that? Was there a card?
Asking for VAR gets you a card, though, just FYI.
Does it actually? Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's hilarious.
Wait, you say he gets you a card?
Being told by our technical team we will have VAR next season, and I plan to hold them to that.
I mean, we have the technology for it. Absolutely.
We do have the technology.
We do have the technology. Tyler Lee tries to get on the end of that. Jordan again. And that's going to be another clearance for the Legends, and JJ is going to find on the end of that here. He's going to take off, try and get past the defense, but Eno finds him again. An absolutely fantastic start to the second half by Eno, who has been all over the field, both defensively and offensively. Gustavo plays it out here to the left side on Edwin, who's going to try and find the midfielders. And we now have a reset. Reed Silverstein on the ball now, finds Brian. Brian with the mag, off to Fuad. Back to Jordan. A little bit of a missed opportunity, but a counter-attack now is no left back. Back for LSR, and the goalkeeper is going to pick that up.
We got a little bit of a taste of that patience in the transition from Fuad there. It's unfortunate that he wasn't able to see the play on. A nice tackle from Legends, but it was good to see a couple of extra touches and not just an attempt to play the very first pass that you see moving forward.
A little bit of a lazy pass there as it's lost in the midfield by Eduardo. Sanchez and Legends are going to attempt to reset here. Back to Corey Cantor. And so far, so good in the second half.
So far, so good.
Absolutely. And from what I'm seeing, Legends haven't taken any of their star players off. Billy's still out there, Jamie out there, Corey's still out there, and we're looking better.
Yeah.
Which proves my theory that we can compete.
It seems like we've grown into the game a little bit, and absolutely, this has been a much better performance, both offensively and defensively so far.
And that right there is going to go out for a goal kick. From our angle, it looked like that was going to be a corner. Seemed like he got his hands on it, but Tyler Lee looks a little bit more calm, composed back here now. Definitely attempting to move up here. This is going to just come straight out as a clearance, and it's going to attempt to fall to Jordan, who's actually going to go off to the races here. And he's got numbers in behind him. He's going to need the support, but that's actually going to go out for a positive throw in. Came off the head of the defender. Jordan back here to Eduardo. Attempts to find Fuad, who wanted the ball in, communicating with him now about the next one they'll play, but positive looks forward by Eduardo Sanchez. Eno once again recovering a ball. What is that, 7, 8 recoveries this half alone?
I will say that Eno has been impressing me a lot in training over the last few weeks, especially the last couple of nights, Thursday and Friday night at training. He was playing just outstanding.
He just looks like a natural at the right back position.
Absolutely.
It's one of those things where whether it's going forward or playing defensively, he's got good instincts. And looking like a prime Danny Alves out there tonight.
I agree with you there.
Weird ball to the right back here for Legends. He's going to have to bring that down. The pressure comes. Edwin wins that back into the holding mid. But Coach Jamie recovers. Good stop. Good turn. Won again by LSR. Lost by LSR. Out of throw. And that ball falls for LSR. Interesting. A lot of change of possession here for a few seconds, but ball back on the ground. And
that's also unacceptable.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, darn, didn't look forward.
Yeah.
Eduardo Sanchez pressuring here. The line broken here by Legends as they attempt to play that ball back out to the left side. That's an excellent ball into their winger. Actually, that's their left back. Can he find his man? Cuts one, cuts twice, finds Coach Jamie, who's going to go a little bit wide there. That's an excellent shot. Probably missed it by a couple inches. Sent our keeper diving. Don't think he was going to get there, though. Don't think he was going to get there.
Very good effort there from Legends.
Very good job. And that's just, that goes to show the importance of being patient. They broke the line once, and then once their left back was wide open and had the green grass to run in, they were able to find him. So hopefully we can do the same here as Eno attempts to find his man. Fuad.
That's just not good enough.
Fuad just showing his frustration here as the right back cannot find him. Everything but the last ball seems to be going as well as we would like it to right now, but it's that last ball that matters, doesn't it, Tyler?
Yeah, it's been lacking all day long. A little bit surprising considering what we've seen in training over the last few weeks, but hopefully we can figure something out for the last little bit of this game.
Ooh, I'm actually going to take a seat again. My legs are tired and I got to play at 7.
Legs are tired from all your lawyering?
My legs are tired from all my standing.
All your standing? You've been standing for 10 minutes,
Oh, no, I've been standing all day. I've been coaching.
Oh.
All right, back up I go.
There we go.
No, there's no rest for the wicked.
We are going to have to pick one. The camera angle does not support two different seating and standing.
I don't know how this works. So, we're on YouTube right now. Am I actually on camera on YouTube? Oh, would you look at that?
Would you look at that?
Huh.
Trying something new
I'm glad
on the
I got
broadcast.
a haircut recently.
Did you?
I did. Shave the sides.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, can't be looking musty out here.
No, not at all.
Edwin's going to throw that back into Tyler Lee, and they're going to go ahead and switch play, or at least attempt to. What's interesting also to note is that after 3-0, there hasn't really been, other than the couple of shots from Jamie at the end of the first half and here at the beginning of the second, it hasn't really been dominant either way.
No.
The teams have been pretty even, and you could say that obviously they've stepped off the gas pedal a little bit, but there's also a bit of a resurgence from LSR here. So maybe if it doesn't work out today, that this is a positive step moving forward for the team.
I'd like to see them continue this for the rest of the second half.
Maybe find a goal or two.
You got to hope. They were told to continuously be more aggressive moving forward into the second half as time goes on, and we'll see if they're able to put that together.
Fuad has done his best to try and find space out there on that right striker role. Has not been successful, but that ball's going to fall here to Jordan, who's going to get a shot here on his left foot. Can he get it off? Back to Edwin. Edwin cuts inside, back to the left foot, and that's going to have possession ultimately taken away from him as Billy takes off on his right side, pressured again by Edwin, and goes out of bounds.
Good recovery there from Edwin.
For a Legends throw-in. And that goes back to what you said. You just got to pull the trigger. Somebody's got to hit it.
I think that was a very good cover defending by Legends on the back line, not giving Jordan an opportunity. He smartly laid it off to Edwin, who just struggled to get the ball out from under his feet and put a strike on goal. Again, a little bit of rustiness.
Absolutely.
Lack of game experience over the last few weeks.
Bit of a hard foul there as Legends will take that free kick. Referee has a couple of words here with the assailant. Billy plays this ball back in, and that is a wonderful ball into the striker. But the second header is only going to find Tyler Lee as Eno recovers that ball, plays it here into Reed Silverstein. Reed pressing forward. Fuad finds the ball one more time. Can he make something happen out of it? Fuad attempting to get something going here and is going to lose possession. This ball is going to fall back to the Legends, who now have a counterattack on the offense here out on this right wing, but Tyler Lee is going to be there to recover. A clearance from his left foot, but this is not danger averted for LSR yet, as back to Billy, back to this right side. And that ball is going to go out for a throw in as Edwin gets back in time to defend his side. One of the few bright spots here today for LSR has been the performance of both outside backs.
Absolutely agreed.
Both Edwin and Eno have done their job offensively and defensively. Coach Jamie on the ball here, chested down. And Billy is going to turn ball over here back to Edwin. Tyler Lee Ryan finds Reed Silverstein here in the midfield, who's actually going to turn the ball over. And Billy is going to try to beat the last offensive player here, and that's going to be a goal for Legends as they split the Red Sea once again, and Tyler Lee attempts to come through it. But alas, cannot get there in time, and now it is 4-0 to the Legends. And that puts an end to any positive influence that this game was going in, or positive direction that this game was going in. It is checkmate, I think, at that point for the LSR City group here.
Very frustrating opening day so far for the blue half of Lone Star Republic.
I'm a United fan anyway. Oddly enough, they are losing to guys in United jerseys, which the irony is obviously not lost on me.
It was not lost on me either, Christian.
Because United actually beat City 2-0 this morning in the Manchester Derby. So for all you United fans out there, you get double the wins today. 21-game win streak previously for City ended by Manchester United and genius Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. For those of you who cannot tell, I am absolutely a United fan. LSR,
Pretty
however,
sure they're still in second, though.
Yes, they are. Absolutely. But we'll ignore that fact. LSR playing for pride here for the rest of this second half. Players arriving here now for the United side of the squad. It's going to be an excellent game tonight. Hopefully better than the one that we started with today. The second half of our doubleheader coming to you live at 7 o'clock. Good touch by Fuad here with the thigh. And he's going to attempt to take two men on and will not succeed, but will get a throw-in out of it. Eduardo Sanchez likely the culprit for who will take this. A bit of a skirmish breaking out here as Tyler Lee has to calm down the Legend striker who is having a go at the linesman, saying some things that I can't quite repeat on a live broadcast.
Pretty typical of him.
It's a proper English accent, yeah? He's having a great time out here, as you can tell by his heated exchange with the linesman. I don't know what the issue was about.
Well,
I don't think I want to.
Typically elbowing people in the face is against the rules. Apparently he doesn't think it is.
Gotcha. Okay, see, I was not informed of this previously.
The laws of the game say that you're not allowed to elbow other people in the face, whether you are trying to get position on the ball or not. Seemed very intentional, definitely to be expected from him.
Interesting. Yes, see, even I have not been free from his words in the past, so I think we've all gotten a bit of a taste of Jamie's words. I think most famously, we had a Pedro last season wearing a headband, and when he tackled Jamie in a way that Jamie was not very approving of, he immediately started calling Pedro Mr. Miyagi.
Similar to our UPSL encounter against him last season where he called Nico, our Italian defensive midfielder, Borat throughout the game.
Borat, oh God.
He's obviously a very nice guy with no personal issues.
Brian going to attempt to find Eduardo Sanchez here, who will be cut off by Corey Cantor, who's a real contrast to some of the other personalities on the squad.
A very cool guy.
Very cool guy.
Yeah.
Man of faith. Went to ORU. And LSR, it's still attempting to find their first goal as Reed Silverstein takes a shot with his left foot and absolutely blocked by this Legends back line that has been impregnable tonight. There's a basketball way of saying that you can't score by saying there's a lid on the basket. There is a metaphorical lid on the goal here tonight. But Fuad immediately proves me wrong and makes it 4-1. Immediately makes it 4-1 as if to say, screw you, commentator. We are not walking out of here without a goal, and a silver lining to the game today is that Fuad has opened not only his account, but the LSR account for the season. And he is lit up, ready to go for whatever's left in this game, and barring any miracle, we'll probably still be losing this game. But again, bright spots.
Bright spots.
Bright spots.
And the commentator's curse sometimes works in the opposite ways. And this time it was a good one.
I am happy to be cursed. Oh, man, this stuff is good.
They don't sponsor us, so we're not going to talk about it. Your nondescript beverage that you just opened up.
Energy drinks. I'm really hyped for the 7 o'clock game. Absolutely excited. This is going to be my second season now with LSR, and one of the things I can say as both a player and somebody who's worked with the administration is that I'm very proud to put on the shirt and play with you guys tonight, and I'm glad to see how seriously you take things, evidenced by the fact that tonight we have a full crew presenting live the doubleheader, and it is a crew of dedicated guys who just want to make the club look better and look professional. And I can count on my hand the amount of clubs in the state of Texas that do that sort of thing. So props to you, and despite the result tonight, there's a really bright future coming here for the club.
Hopefully that bright future comes sooner rather than later, specifically within the next 30 minutes.
Within the next 30 minutes. Who knows? Miracles happen every day.
And this is hashtag Lower League Soccer.
This is hashtag Lower League Soccer. We might have to eat our words here, as that ball is going to find another legend striker who's going to put it in the back of the net, but it's not going to matter as he is off sides. Excellent job by the linesman. To be fair, he was a mile offside from where we were watching, but still a great run. And it's just evidenced by the fact that Legends have wanted the ball in the back of the net all night, and they've been demonstrating that by having guys in the box and around the box and looking dangerous. Something LSR needs to learn to do here in the next 25 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You've got 35 minutes to game time.
Gotcha.
That is a frustrating giveaway in the middle right there. Shout out to our 12 viewers, the most that we've had on the game so far. And thank you for watching. Christian, you have a comment from your fellow teammate. Allison would like you to know that you belong as a soccer commentator. I believe he's asking you not to play in the game tonight. So if you could do me a favor. And
Daniel Twido may be in here. Excuse me for a second, Tyler. That ball's going to fall innocuously to Jimmy Webb. You were saying?
I was going to say, just please do not let that impact whether or not you plan on participating in the game with Allison later.
Yes, Allison, for those of you who don't know, back at home is our starting striker for tonight's 7 o'clock game. Arguably the best striker the club has.
I believe that's the case, probably because he's Brazilian.
He loves scoring goals, and also an excellent teammate. Really nice guy in general. A very good character.
A very good character, absolutely.
Billy back out here on this right wing, and he has been distributing his butt off tonight. Absolutely excellent job with him, as Fuad is going to attempt to find Philip Lee unsuccessfully. Shakes his head in frustration. He is definitely a little bit disappointed with how results are going despite his goal tonight, but that just demonstrates the kind of the competitor that he is he doesn't care that he scored tonight. He cares that they're losing.
Absolutely.
And, moving forward, he's definitely going to want to be focused on making sure results go their way. Is that the lineup? Are they going over the lineup?
Wait, what? They're going over the lineup, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Our United guys are over here next to us discussing their starting lineup for the night.
Yo, Mitchell. I didn't get to see the lineup.
Oh, what do you want to see?
I'm actually going over our lineup for tonight. Okay. Well, it looks like I'm starting at left back. So look at that.
Feel free to switch with Omar if you want to play on the right.
That sounds fantastic to me. Is Omar the right back?
Can we stop?
Do whatever. I don't care. Do whatever.
Gotcha.
Guys.
Well, I've just received word that I will be playing outside back tonight, which means all the running is hopefully going to pay off because I'm going to have to be up and down that field today. Got some big shoes to fill as I've got to outplay Eno, who's had an excellent game, arguably been our best player tonight.
I agree. Edwin has spent a lot of time on the left, up and down the sideline as well. Found himself in the box a number of times, and so you've got a couple of outside backs really to try and match their level of play tonight so far. They're somewhere over there. Guys, help them find the socks and shorts and stuff.
I got it from here. You're all good?
Yeah.
Legends here with full control of the game now. Just sharing possession as best they can. Their center back getting in on the action here now as that ball is going to find their striker who attempts to lead that back into the direction of a dangerous play, but is unsuccessful in doing so. However, ball takes deflection off Tyler Lee, so that ball's going to go out for a corner kick. Our analyst, Tyler Watterson, is doing his managerial duties and making sure everyone's organized with their jerseys and such tonight. So we will maybe not be seeing more of him for the remainder of this second half. But I am here with you, although I do have to go warm up soon. Mitchell joining us here for commentary tonight.
Filling in for Tyler's position while he is getting the game set together.
What have you seen here tonight, Mitchell?
I think we are, our formation is all right. We're not moving the ball as good as we should be, but it's looked a lot brighter in the second half.
For those of you who don't know, Mitchell is a Chelsea fan. Actually has a tattoo of Frank Lampard on his arm.
And Didier Drogba. The man himself.
The man himself, a scorer of the 2012 Champions League.
Send it into OT.
Equalizer to send it into overtime, and then the winning penalty kick.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken.
What a hit!
What a hit from the legend striker who has been absolutely tearing us apart tonight.
His pace and the over-the-top through balls is just
combination of that pace and power has been pretty deadly for us. But
their formation actually is kind of a direct counter to what we are running as well. With their two CMs in the middle of the park, our forwards being spread out, they're just passing right around us.
Also, the availability of their center backs on the offensive side is not to be underestimated. It's one of those things where a good center back distributing the ball is kind of a cheat code sometimes.
Oh man, we're definitely enjoying a better spell this half. I was watching the game here on the way here.
Was not very good first half from what you were saying.
I only saw the own goal, unfortunately, but yeah, we did not look very connected as a team.
That ball is going to find Jimmy Webb, who's just going to pick that up and distribute it out to the right side.
You want your job back, Tyler?
Legends absolutely moving into the right flank here without much of a competition from the LSR defense. Coach Jamie finds him again. That is not going to be offsides, but it actually is going to go out of bounds as Legends are not able to get a foot on that. I'm actually going to hand commentating duties off to Tyler Watterson here as I need to go warm up for the game. So I will see you boys, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll talk to you at halftime.
How about that?
We'll talk to you at halftime and get an update from you on the first.
Sounds good. We'll do that in just a second. But for now, I'm going to go warm up. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Chris Quintero with the LSR Network.
There's a blue mesh
bag
over there. Blue mesh bag.
Almost took a spill.
Do what? We can. Yeah, we will for after the game. Yeah. All right, about 20 minutes left in the second half of a disappointing first game of the DSA season for one of our two teams in this league, Lone Star City. Goal kick coming here from Legends, played out wide right. Moving up the right-hand side is Legends. Moving past Edwin there. Gustavo steps in to clear the ball out. A touch back from Moshi. Laid off here to Reed Silverstein. See if LSR can put together a little bit of possession here. Twida with a nice turn, but a disappointing pass. Not really a whole lot happening for LSR up top. Very frustrating day. Reed breaks through. Nothing moving there. Ball played straight to Doomy. I don't think he intended to do that. See if he can get a shot off here. Good effort and a nice tackle and block there from the Legends defender. Out for a corner kick for Lone Star City on the right-hand side. Fuad over on the right to take this corner. Let's see if he can get something in. We got our big boys, Tyler and Gustavo, coming into the box to try and get their heads on the end of this corner kick. And again, disappointing service. Flicked on, well done for a throw-in deep in the corner on the left-hand side for LSR. Disappointing play there in the midfield from LSR. Really struggling to figure out what's going on. Would like to see a little bit more control, a little bit more composure.
Hey, Peter.
Clearance there from new goalkeeper Damian Toulé. Eno with the throw on the right-hand side, finds Fuad's chest. Brings it down, tries to make a turn. Double teamed by a couple of Legends players there. Looking for a foul, but not going to be given. The Legends continues playing with the ball. Brian Eduardo and Jordan summing themselves back onto the field for LSR right now. Moshi, Reed Silverstein, and Fuad Faki coming off. Fuad, the goal scorer tonight, with a nice turn and finish. LSR goal kick played short here to Tyler Lee. Moving the ball up slowly here, finds Edwin's feet over on the left-hand side. Edwin picks his head up. Not sure what the attempted combination was there. Christian, there's shorts over there for you too.
What shorts?
Yeah. Wait, what? Ball played wide there. Tyler Lee with a nice spray across the field to Eno. Dropped off to Eduardo right there, moving the ball up. Plenty of space, plenty of time to pick his head up and find a long ball over the top. Trying to find Eno streaking down the right-hand side yet again, and that's a disappointing ball. Need a lot better play there from LSR. Legends goalkeeper taking his time, rolls the ball out left side. Not a good result on the double team there in the midfield from LSR. Legends able to dribble a little bit too frequently, a little bit too free there. Would like to see a stronger tackle, if at all possible. Deflected out for a corner kick on the left-hand side for Legends. So why don't you go check on the lights?
Javier texted Ben. Am I live yet? Okay. So I'm actually back for this penalty kick here, which appears to be property of Jordan. It has been a frustrating night here for LSR, but 4-2 on the scoreline would definitely be an upgrade from where we thought this game was going early in the first half. Right now.
Okay. I'm not on camera?
No, you're not. Referee has not given the signal yet. And Jordan puts it away, top right corner of the net. 4-2 to LSR. And some hope here as Tyler Watterson's going to give us some thoughts.
Christian, thank you for stepping in for me while I had to deal with some administrative issues, meaning I had to turn the lights on in this complex because hashtag lower league soccer. I believe now we are back to, what is this, a 4-3 score line now?
Is it 4-3?
I believe Jordan scored both, right?
Wait, hold on. I'm confused. I thought it was 4-2.
The fifth goal wasn't counted.
Oh, wait,
What?
Who scored the second for us?
He said the 5th goal wasn't counted.
Oh,
Yeah, so we're up.
wait, who scored the second?
Jordan, right? So Jordan Williams, new signing with 2 goals here in the second half to bring us back to 4-3.
Interesting.
It's nice of us to actually try and make this a game.
So I think I know why Jordan has scored so many goals tonight. Besides the fact that he's also a good player, Jordan's now current girlfriend is another Green Hill alumni, might I add.
That explains so much.
Now a Green Hill alumni who I went to school with. And she's obviously giving him good juju.
Giving him Green Hill
Because
juju.
LSR is in this game and looking like they might just go and get their 4th goal.
I think that is going to happen, Christian. I'm going to go ahead and make that prediction. I'm feeling a little bit more confident.
Totally
now.
undeserved, I might add. But, this sport is unfair.
Speaking of which, including turning lights on and coaching the team, I also told Jordan to sub himself back onto the field. So I'm going to go ahead and take credit for both of those goals.
Okay, there we go then. You heard it here first. Tyler Watterson
4-3.
is the next Jurgen Klopp.
Jurgen Klopp mixed with Arlo White, mixed with Ed Woodward.
Ed Woodward, it's a good one.
Someone who's better at his job, though, not Ed Woodward.
Liverpool currently in 7th in the Premier League with 2 games behind 6th place. So
you know Ed Woodward is with United, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Liverpool?
I know. I'm just saying that as a United supporter, anytime I get to
see.
slander Liverpool Football Club, I will happily do so.
You're giving Ed Woodward props. Now I understand. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Not a fan of Ed Woodward, though.
No,
I just might want to
as no United fan is.
or the Glazers in general.
As no United fan is. Put this away.
Oh, and
an excellent effort there from new signing Philip
saved
Lee with
over the bar.
Over the bar. From
Oh
the
my
goalkeeper.
goodness.
LSR piling on the pressure here, trying to find that 4th goal. Guessing about 10 minutes left total here with the remaining of the game and stoppage time left to be played. 10 minutes is plenty of time to find 2 more goals, isn't it, Christian?
Absolutely. And that ball's going to fall
That was a great service
into
there.
the heart of the box, and
Great
nobody's
service there
there to
from
meet
Edwin.
it. But Legends now on the counterattack. It's a 1v1. Absolutely nobody getting back, but there goes Gustavo.
That's an excellent
hauling
composure there from
it
Eduardo.
back. That was an excellent defensive job by the team there, looking like some Atletico Madrid. Jordan attempting to make something happen here. Aside from just his 2 goals tonight, he is hungry for more. Daniel Twido pressing the keeper. And what was originally a spanking by the Legends has now turned into a fantastic game.
A 4-3 is a familiar scoreline against this
4-3 is a very familiar scoreline. I've been on the field for both, so I'm a little bit jealous that I'm not currently participating in this game, but I'm going to have to let you go again. Hopefully we score, but
Hopefully we score, and I'm
going to go warm up.
To talk about it unless the lights go out. Going to go and check in with technical support over here, Aaron Kozak. Looking at him to my left, making sure everything is still going smoothly. And after the delay in the stream, he was able to confirm with me that it is. Edwin cut back, trying to take a shot from outside the box there. Good effort from him. LSR looking lively, trying to find this equalizer. Twido with good pressure there, see if he can make it again. Tyler Lee with some excellent one-on-one defending there on the through ball. Yes, sir. Well done, Ty. That's a disappointing ball there, and he knows it. Doomy with some pressure, good. Really good pressure there from LSR, forcing Legends into a ball over the top, which they do not typically prefer. A little bit of a slip there from Daniel Twido. Hashtag lower league soccer. Ball played back to Gustavo. 15 minutes.
Left?
Well, oh no. Like 8 minutes left in the game. 7 minutes.
Last 10 blue, let's go!
Ball played across there from Legends. Gustavo did just enough to put off the attacker. I'm not going to lie, that was somewhat disappointing defending there from LSR. It seemed like the mid. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, due to some technical difficulties, the second half was started late on our clock, which is why the game ended early. So I apologize for all the warnings. About 8 to 10 minutes left to play. I lied to you, and I'm sorry. We are going to go for a break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with the second game of our doubleheader tonight. Lone Star United versus Gamtex FC in the opening weekend of Dallas Soccer Alliance spring season. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in 15 minutes. And we're here actually a little bit earlier than the 15-minute interval with an interview with Lone Star City captain Tyler Lee with a pretty solid performance here today. Obviously a disappointing first half, but yep. Tyler, what did you think about the game overall? Specifically how you came out in the second half and really tried to battle back after that 4-0 first half?
When we came back out, I had a chat with the boys beforehand. We need to get our momentum going, keep that fire under us. Fuad came up big, opening up, getting that started. And then the boys, picked it up after that. It's a shame that it took that long. So going forward, that's something that we need to work on with starting hot and competing. Competing. That's my biggest thing. It's not a great thing coming off the first half 4-0. It's disappointing, not for me, but for Tyler and the club. That's not who we are. We're better than that. So next game, I'm going to expect a lot better for myself, for the team. So we just move forward. You got to build from this.
I think our 10 viewers right now expect better from you next time as well. Shout out to the 10 viewers. Thank you for watching, and appreciate the interview, Tyler. Have a great rest of your night, and hopefully you'll stick around and watch this next game.
Yep.
And we are back here live at the Green Hill School for the spring season of Dallas Soccer Alliance Division 1, reporting live from Lone Star United versus Gamtex FC. Lone Star United is the other half of our club, playing here in Division 1 of DSA, ready to take on this newly promoted Gamtex FC side who dominated Division 2 of DSA last season, and I'm sure they're excited to be up in the top flight. Looking forward to seeing a better first-half performance from United than we saw from City just a few minutes ago. If you're still with us from last game, thank you for tuning in. Anybody new, thank you for joining us. My name is Tyler Watterson. I'll be walking you through this game. Oh, we just got to move the camera. All right, hopefully that's better. Not quite. You still can't see my face. I'm so sorry. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Tanner. Thank you, Tanner. Many hands. Keep going. Whoop. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, we're on some major delay now. Yep. Oh, nice. Look at that. Now I can see myself and make sure I'm always set. I do need to move so that I'm not in the light. There we go. Kickoff coming any moment now. Gamtex is huddling up, making some final decisions on their game day lineup, I would assume. I've got a LSR goalkeeper, Tanner Curfew, over here on the sideline, who I think has a few things he wants to say.
What? Boy,
wait, hang on. You can just grab that microphone. Sorry, still getting used to this whole commentary thing. I'm not the professional that Christian Quintero is, who you were listening to in the first game.
I was at some guy's bar mitzvah. I didn't even know the guy.
Interesting.
Yeah, I get nervous.
These are the reasons why I brought you on to this broadcast. But if you're too nervous, Tanner, feel free to step away.
I ain't nervous. But hopefully we can come back, get a victory tonight.
Gamtex still taking their time over there on the far sideline. And here we go, ready to get started.
I'm excited. We got a strong lineup tonight.
Oh, it looks like they do have Liverpool jerseys. Again, in the first game, we were playing against Manchester United jerseys. And now here in the second game, United is playing against Liverpool jerseys. So the irony, again, is not lost upon us. And hopefully, Gamtex comes out with the same kind of a performance that Liverpool has been putting into the Premier League over the last few weeks. And Preston over here on camera 2, who is a Liverpool fan, was upset about that comment. The game has begun. Christian Quintero has the ball on his foot on the right-hand side, lays the ball back to Fernando Leon and back across to George Williams. George and Fernando, some LSR originals who have been with us since our expansion in UPSL a couple of years ago. Omar Romero drives the ball up the line, plays through to Allison down into the corner.
Through ball. Beautiful.
The aforementioned Allison, who was discussed at length during the first game. Christian claiming he has amazing teeth, and also making some bad comments. And so we're going to see if Christian and Allison have some weird chemistry during this game. Just kidding, of course, but also kind of serious. # lower league soccer. And ball is lost there from LSR in the middle. Driving up the field is Gamtex FC for their first attack of the day. Easily snuffed out by Fernando Leon. Lays the ball down to Jose Carrion. And now George has the ball on his left foot looking to play out. That's a great ball from George. McKinley turns, looks to move up the field. Not a lot of pressure from Gamtex right now. Clearly they're playing a deep block, not trying to put too much pressure on our defensive half. Nice little interchange there from McKinley and Allison, who eventually loses the ball. Tim Langford swings it out wide to Christian, who, like he discussed during his broadcast of the first game, planned on getting as far forward as he possibly could. Motivated by Eno and Eno's performance on the right side during the first game. Felt like he needed to match Eno's intensity, his movement up the field, and his forward thinking that really helped us out, especially in the second half. Obviously was very effective in the first as well. Gamtex center back has the ball right now, looking to play the ball long over the top. Finds his attacker's feet, and Fernando Leon is right there to take the ball right back off of him. Good play there from Fernando. Not a whole lot of other pressure there from Gamtex, and laying the ball back. Can't tell what just happened right there. Is that a corner kick?
Yeah, it's a corner kick.
Just played. I guess it was a deflection off Fernando for a corner kick.
Well, he tried to play it back to the keeper.
Got it.
And it did not go
it did
where
not
he wanted to. No.
work properly. Gamtex lining up their corner right now.
Taking their sweet time.
Outswinger coming in off the left foot.
There it is with the whip
A
in.
little floater over the top. George Williams able to flick that on out of danger. Allison with some good pressure there, trying to win the ball back, but the ball goes out for a Gamtex throw. A nice double team there from LSR to win the ball back. Jose Carrion clears the ball up, attempting to find Allison. Ball goes a little bit long. Gamtex is able to collect and play it back to their goalkeeper. Goalkeeper looks up, looking for a long ball, plays up the middle on the ground to number 7, lays it back to their goalkeeper, who then plays long and finds number 15's head. Ball's controlled on the right sideline by Gamtex. Laid back again to their center back. Some good possession here from Gamtex. Long ball played right in again to George's head, who's now found 3 or 4 clearances already in this game. Sprayed wide out to Christian Quintero. Good composure there from Christian. Finds Tim's feet. Laid back to Fernando. Fernando looks up.
Big
sprays
switch,
a ball out
big
wide.
switch.
Good effort there for Fernando. Disappointing result. I think he was looking for one more person just to loft it over that one person to find Omar Romero blazing down the left sideline.
Well, we should have had a little pressure on that one.
Yep.
But nobody was there to pressure that ball.
Pretty awesome, right? Yeah. Fuad, come over here and talk about how awesome the stream is so far.
Oh, it's actually pretty good. I'm enjoying it a lot. The games were pretty nice. You know, we actually came back and put a really good show on the second half. And
Partly thanks to you.
I would say Jordan.
You had one of the 3.
Yeah, but Jordan takes the credit on this one. I'm not going to lie.
Jordan's done really well for us so far. We're looking forward to seeing more from him over the course of this season. Christian breaking through really well right there. A number of touches, manages to keep possession of the ball somehow. Ball is out for an LSR throw in our deep right sideline. Fuad's still sitting here and admiring our setup. That is nice. We do like that. We have put a lot of time and effort into this, lots of practice, and so it's nice. Feels good to finally put something on of quality. It's been a while since we've had any competitive games, and the club has definitely missed it. But it's nice to be back. And, again, looking forward to a good performance here from United, which is already showing better than City did for the first few minutes of their game. A little bit too many long balls going on right now. Allison, of course, offside right there. It was just typical of a forward trying to stretch the field. Hopefully we can find a little bit of connecting passes through the midfield, break some lines. Tim Langford is in there at the number 6 position, who is always a threat to contribute to the offensive flow, and a very fit player able to cover a lot of ground. And like we talked about in the first game, luckily Tim did not put his hair up into a ponytail or a man bun. We were really hoping we were going to get to see that thing flow. And Tim did us a favor and didn't bother with any of that nonsense. So thank you for that, Tim. Ball's out wide to the left back of Gamtex. Moving the ball up the field. Finds his attacker's feet. Ball's back to him. Tries to dink a little ball into his oncoming forward, which is very well done there from Gamtex. Smart play there from Gamtex. Tim with a little bit of a professional foul. Possibly lucky to get away without a yellow card there, a drag down after a decent first touch from the Gamtex attacking player. Ball is about 25-30 yards out on the left side of our box. Gamtex is center back, apparently looking to take a shot. If they were going to cross the ball, I can only imagine that he would be in the box looking to find a connection for that header. I'm assuming, just like Tyler Lee in our first game today, he's about to step up and try and blast this. Let's see what happens. That's exactly what happens, and a slightly better result than Tyler Lee had in the first game. New goalkeeper Jackson Diamond tracks the ball down. Again, just like Damian Toule in their first game, these are 2 brand new goalkeepers for us who just came out to training on Friday night. Good find from Eduardo Sanchez. Both have showed well so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do over the course of this season. Ball sprayed out from George Williams, and unfortunately finds a Gamtex player. Jackson Diamond does well to come out and collect that through ball. Throws the ball out to McKinley Smith. Good distribution from the goalkeeper there. McKinley turns, moves the ball upfield. Omar Romero receives the ball on the left sideline. McKinley Smith is overlapping. Omar with a really nice touch cut back to create some space and slow the game down. George tries to dump a ball into Allison, successfully finds his chest. Allison is able to turn, taking on center back from Gamtex, who wins the battle, and Allison ends up fouling. Yeah, pretty much any time you hear a whistle, you can switch to that camera. Yeah, correct.
That's all right. Refs up.
And the play starts with the Gamtex center back finding another defender on the left-hand side. Ball is played through to one of their midfielders, who is able to turn. I'd like to see a little bit more pressure on him earlier there from LSR. Ball is played through to an offsides forward, and the play will restart. Fernando Leon going to take this free kick. Fernando, captain of the club, and has been with us since day one of our expansion. Absolute club legend. Happy to still have him around at the ripe old age of 30. What are you, Fernando? 39? Just kidding. I think it's 31 or 32. But anyway, old guy along with George next to him, and hoping for a number more years of Fernando wearing the LSR badge. Tim Langford steps up, plays this ball over the top, looking again for Allison's head with the beautiful teeth. Allison brings it down. I mean, I can't stop talking about the teeth now. It got brought up, and now it's all I'm thinking about. So Gamtex tries to spray a ball through. Omar Romero does well to stop that through ball. Gamtex lays the ball over the top, and yet again their forward is offsides. Way to hold a high line there from the LSR back line. Nice and organized after Omar stepped in to make that challenge. Omar with the ball on the left-hand side finds Tim Langford in the midfield. Tim again finds McKinley looking forward. McKinley's doing a great job of sliding in and finding those little gaps in their midfield for what they call breaking the line type passes. Has been an effective way for us to move forward so far, and McKinley has done an excellent job over here on the left-hand side in the attacking mid position. Tim holding on to a little bit of possession here, finds McKinley again in the midfield, and a nice little Meg touch there from McKinley as he moves forward. Nice and composed. Good action there. Oh, that's great movement from LSR. Allison, again, being a physical nuisance up top like he always is, something we very much appreciate here. Unique and dynamic forward. There's not very many like him in the Dallas area. Allison found us a little over a year ago after playing against us for another local team here called Real Irving. As soon as the season ended, contacted us, said he wanted to make the switch, and I was excited because at the time I was playing in goal. Got to play against Allison and see how dangerous he was whenever he sent us the message trying to make a switch to LSR. It was an exciting day considering our struggles at the striker position that we've had in our two and a half years of the semi-professional level. Gamtex center back bringing the ball up on the left-hand side, picks his head up looking for a pass to play. Not really seeing much in front of him. Plays out left, and Pedro Alvarez does a great job of stepping in there. The Gamtex player really had that written all over his face, and Allison steps in. That's a great ball across and lays into McKinley for our first goal of the day. That's an excellent play there from Allison. Pedro did a great job to step in there and win that ball, so well done, boys. Allison with some nice composure and a really, really smart play to lay that off to McKinley instead of look to shoot. I'm sure Allison could have finished that easily, but it's nice to see players like him immediately pick their head up and look for a better option if there is one. And it pays off dividends for us in our first goal of the game. Scoreboard. 1-0 to LSR here in the first half. 11.5 minutes into the game. Gamtex with the ball in the midfield. Plenty of space and time for them. I'd like to see, yeah, there we go. Jose steps up and forces a pass. Pedro does a good job of shifting wide and giving him really no option but to dump the ball over the top. George Williams steps in for yet another clearance. He has done so well so far, and looking forward to seeing more from George and Fernando, our center back partnership for this game. I'm going to take a quick break and go instruct some substitutions for our players on the bench who need to see some minutes in this first half. I will be right back. Didn't miss any goals like I did last time. No one had to step in for me and report on any scoring going on. Hopefully we can put a few more now that I am back at the microphone. Gamtex clears that ball out to one of their midfielders who plays out wide, looks like to their left back. A little bit of possession for Gamtex right now. Not a whole lot of pressure coming from LSR. No real need to pressure right now. They managed to find a switch over to their right back who's moving the ball up the field. Omar Romero is in waiting. A good ball into the corner from Gamtex, and again, George able to clear the ball for LSR, having an outstanding game so far, as he always does. Gamtex corner on the right-hand side. Ball in from Gamtex. They managed to win the header. Floats up in the air. Jose does a good job coming out to clear that ball. Gamtex still in possession here, about 35 yards out from goal, and drops the ball back to their center back at midfield. LSR holds strong, holds a high line. Fernando Leon able to clear that out. McKinley with providing some pressure on the ball right now. Gamtex spending a lot of time cutting and bringing the ball back, which is nice to see. LSR's block is holding up well, not providing very many lanes for Gamtex to find passes to. Most often, Gamtex is having to find connections from their midfield to their forwards with the ball over the top. And as long as we can keep that going, we've got good odds to not really allow any goals today. That's always a good thing to see whenever the team you're playing against is forced to lift the ball up into the air. LSR doing a really good job of forcing that out of Gamtex right now. Tim Langford with a nice touch and a ball back to George Williams. George plays the ball centrally to Jose Carrion, turns, cuts back again, manages to maintain possession and play the ball off to Tim Langford. Over to Omar Romero. Back to Jose Carrion and back to Omar Romero. A good bit of possession there from LSR. Nice and composed, and finds Tim Langford on the left sideline. A very versatile player, Tim Langford. Can play pretty much any position on the field and kind of has for LSR, to be honest. He's been easily, I would say, our most versatile player over the couple of years that he's been playing for the team. And it's hard to tell when he is out of position. A very, very effective player and grew up playing in the Solar SC system here in Dallas. Had a stint actually over at Shamrock Rovers in Ireland and their youth setup. And upon being offered a contract, decided he didn't really like living in Ireland anymore, so he came back over here, went to school for a year, and I don't really know what happened after that, but he found his way to LSR, and that's all I care about. Very loyal player, has been with us for, I want to say, a couple of years now, and has played in or started in every single game. Tim has also spent a lot of time playing for some of our lower teams in the club. Last season, we had 5 men's teams playing in various leagues and competitions around around Dallas. Tim often found himself playing as a guest player on a lot of those different teams. In fact, I think every single one of those teams Tim probably played for throughout the year, and has quickly, in a short time with the club, racked up probably second, if not third, on the all-time appearances list in almost no time. Thanks to our club's expansion, there were a lot more games going on, and so he was able to take advantage of that and get a lot of minutes under his belt. Recently told me that he turned down an opportunity to go back to Europe and get some trials with some European teams in favor of staying here at LSR. I don't know if that's true or if he's just full of it, but either way, I'm happy with the story, and I'm going to pretend like it is true because it makes me feel good inside. Gamtex with the ball in the midfield. Long ball over the top yet again, over to their left back, streaking up the field. Paul played a little heavy, but yet again, no lanes on the ground for Gamtex to find their forwards. Really well done. Tim Langford, Jose Carrion, Pedro Alvarez stepping in and clogging up the middle of the field right there. A mistake there from new goalkeeper Jackson Diamond. And it is fortunate that did not result in anything else. I've seen Jackson play with his feet, and I don't really know what happened there because what I've seen so far was quite a bit better than that. So, again, another mistake from Jackson there, trying to play the ball wide to the left to Omar Romero. LSR recovers, and this time he clears, which is probably a good decision there. Okay, it's being reported, and I do think that I saw this, that he did slip a couple of times on those plays. And coming from a goalkeeper, I certainly have no judgment whatsoever for mistakes out of the back. I have made many of them, none of which exist on camera, though, so don't go looking for it. Ball's thrown in from Gamtex. Possession in the midfield. Manages to get around Mitchell Meisinger. Omar Romero steps up with an excellent interception there and continues his play, but that's a great stop there from the Gamtex center back. Another ball over the top from Gamtex. Again, nowhere for him to go. Tim Langford collects the ball, moving the ball up the field out of the number 6 position. Easily goes around one Gamtex player. Plays through to Allison, who again is offside. Allison does spend a lot of time in the offsides position, but to be fair, that's not always a bad thing. It's nice to have a forward that tries to stretch the field. It's nice to have a forward that tries to find those runs, and even if they're not always timed properly, especially in your first game of the season with a little bit of rusty legs, a little bit of off timing, over the course of the season you hope that those runs that he often finds himself offside are going to result in a better timed pass from the midfielder. And I think they will. That was uncharacteristic of Tim and Allison to have a little disconnect right there. But over the course of time, we're going to see that clean up without a doubt. Christian Quintero, former commentator on the previous game, is standing over the ball right now, ready to take this free kick. If I were him, I would be looking for George or Allison on the back post right now. McKinley Smith is also in there, ready to bring down a header if the right ball is played. That was an excellent ball in from Christian, a cheeky little touch onto the PK spot. George Williams manages to get his head on it. It's not the easiest. It's not the easiest ball to put on target. LSR making some subs right now. Connor Rackley coming in for Pedro Alvarez. Challen, tall guy, coming in for George Williams. You will see Challen is actually not the tallest player on the field right now. Gamtex has a guy that is equally as tall guy. He is? Who, Challen or the other guy? The other guy is 7 feet tall. No, I don't think that's true. Is he 7? I don't think he's 7 feet tall. Let's see. From here, he looks exactly 1 inch shorter than Challen tall guy. But Challen tall guy is also hunching over. Challen, who is 6'7" and actually was 6'4" his freshman year of high school, if you can believe that, who definitely uses his height to an unfair advantage very often. Challen, again, has been with the club for a very long time. I believe this is going to be his 4th year, possibly his 5th year with LSR, all the way back again from NTPSA Division 4 days, similar to Daniel Twito, who you saw appear in the first game of the evening. Challen with the ball out on the left-hand side, plays the ball into Teddy Fully, lays it back to Challen, out wide to Omar Romero. Good possession again here from LSR, finds McKinley Smith in the midfield. McKinley with a few touches and swings the ball out to Fernando Leon on the right. Christian Quintero at right back is pressed high up the field and receives the ball there from Fernando. That's well done from LSR, a really effective switch of play. McKinley receives the ball again in midfield. McKinley has been all over the place today and almost had himself a second goal right there. McKinley is playing lights out, a former professional himself who LSR has been very grateful to have in their ranks. Another dedicated player who's been very effective for us for the last couple of years. And hopefully will continue to be for a long time. We know that McKinley Smith has aspirations to continue playing professionally, and we would absolutely like to support him in his attempts to do that. That's part of the reason why we put on streams like this. It's very important for these guys to have their games recorded, both for their own purposes, obviously for the fans, and then also so that they can send out to scouts, because we do have a number of players in our system who are legitimately still hoping to play professionally, and we really like having those guys. They bring another level of intensity and another level of professionalism to our games and to our club. Guys like him, Tim Langford, Mitchell Meisinger, Darius Miller, who's not here today, amongst some others who are still hoping to find themselves in the professional ranks. Teddy Foley with a little bit of a tangled Body right there in the midfield, lays the ball back to Challen, who finds a really nice switch to Christian on the right-hand side, doing an effective job of matching Eno's intensity on the right-hand side from the last game. McKinley on the ball yet again today, playing lights out, and another effective pass into Allison's feet. Allison expected a little bit more of a run from McKinley there, who did not oblige. Ball finds its way back to Allison and is tackled out for a throw in deep in our offensive half. Omar Romero stepping up, it looks like, to take this throw. If not McKinley, laying back to Omar Romero on the left-hand side. Ball into Teddy. Turns again. Well done from Teddy. A little bit of unfortunate last touch right there, but a nice turn. Effective play there from Teddy, and he managed to find McKinley's feet, who lays it off to Tim Langford. Easily the two most active players on the field, and that is a well-won foul from Tim there. Definitely knew what he was doing. Yeah, it's on YouTube. It'll be, like, you can go find it. Just search for our channel. Yeah, for sure. No, so it'll be up to watch later on. With a failed free kick right there. Unfortunately, I was not watching, but looked like it got deflected off of the wall. A ball over the top. Omar Romero with a nice recovery right there, and Jackson Diamond with a clearance out to the left-hand side. Ball is thrown in from Gamtex FC, and they managed to keep the ball in possession on the right-hand side. A nice little play around right there, and Challen is there to cover excellently. Omar Romero with a nice touch from McKinley Smith. Plays the ball up to Allison in a lot of space over on the left-hand side. Allison finds himself as a center forward, really does find himself in a lot of different positions on the field. He's incredibly dynamic considering his strength and speed, and is a very effective player whenever he's on his game. Just as capable of receiving ball into his feet, thighs, or chest as he is making a run at goal or getting dumped into the corner. Moving up the left-hand side from Gamtex, the ball is played long over to the right-hand side. A little bit of a missed cross from the Gamtex player, and that's out for a deep LSR throw-in our defensive half. Omar Romero at left back coming over to take this throw. Hey guys, yeah, just back up just a little bit. We are looking at the comments live, by the way, if you are watching and have anything to say, questions to ask, anything you'd like to hear from any of our players in particular. I'm sure there are a number of family members and friends watching right now. Feel free to comment and ask any questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. Gamtex FC has the ball over in their offensive half on the left-hand side, moves forward and takes a decent shot right at Jackson Diamond in goal. He's able to easily collect. He's going to slow the game down a little bit. Throws the ball out to Fernando Leon, and then Christian Quintero receives on the right. Smart play there, a couple of tight little passes in from LSR, and Christian swings out wide, attempting to find Omar Romero, but a little bit of a shorter pass than what was needed. Gamtex recovers, plays the ball wide and long onto the right-hand side, out for an LSR throw-in. From what I've seen so far, Gamtex still is being very limited on their ability to have possession and take their time trying to find that last connecting pass in the final third. Really well done from the LSR midfield up to this point. And hopefully seeing more of that as the game goes on. Gamtex in the center circle with the ball. There is finally a through ball on the ground from Gamtex, who gets all the way in on goal and takes a shot, which goes wide out for a goal kick. I could be wrong, but that looked to me like the first time Gamtex has been able to find a ball through the lines. And look at what happened. It resulted in a goal, in a shot. '28th minute here at Green Hill School at the Dallas Soccer Alliance Division I game, Lone Star United versus Gamtex FC. Dallas Soccer Alliance bringing you the best that Dallas adult amateur soccer has to offer. Ball played long, header won by Gamtex FC out for a Lone Star Republic throw on the right-hand side. Christian Quintero going to line up to take this throw in. Dump the ball into Allison with a fantastic turn yet again. Connor Rackley blazing down the right-hand side to provide some pressure and does so excellently. That's a really well-won ball back from LSR with a pressure from a lot of different angles. Allison with a lot of time on the ball right now. Finds the ball through to Connor, who unfortunately made a fair attempt to lay the ball back to Mitchell Meisinger, but didn't quite connect. Gamtex FC out on the right-hand side. Dumps the ball into the corner, and Challen, tall guy with an excellent clearance and great cover over on our left-hand side. Out for a Gamtex throw. Omar Romero able to recover at the left back position after pushing up the field like he is supposed to. Ball dumped into the corner on the throw-in from Gamtex. Challen over there defending one-on-one. Oh. A really good cross in there from Gamtex along the ground, and it looked to me like Christian Quintero got the ball out for a Gamtex corner. Well done from him to prevent any more danger coming from that cross. Take one switch. Gamtex corner over on the right-hand side coming in, an outswinger off the right foot of number 17. They managed to connect a header. Well done. Straight at Jackson again, though, and he collects easily and throws the ball out to Allison with a quick release. Allison battling pretty physical right there. It looked like a little bit too physical from the Gamtex defender, and that's definitely a foul for LSR. Allison is such a nuisance to deal with. It's not going to surprise anyone to see him get fouled frequently as players figure out exactly how to deal with him and his incredible amount of strength, honestly. He is a very stout and strong individual, often beasting people off of the ball and very hard to deal with. A combination of strength and pace that is not found very often. Challen with the ball on the left-hand side, plays wide to Omar Romero. Ball on the ground, looking for a layoff to Teddy. Tries to find Allison's feet, does so unsuccessfully. Gamtex recovers, plays well out of the back. Challen steps up for an excellent slide tackle there. Well done, Challen. Gamtex player down hurts off of that tackle. Not surprising. That was a crunching tackle from Challen. Ball played back to Fernando Leon, out to Christian Quintero. And the play is stopped due to that player that is injured. One day we will have instant replay. I'm looking at my tech guys again to challenge so that we could possibly see that tackle from Challen again. But I can dream. Clearly the LSR players and the Gamtex players are in disagreement of how fair that tackle was from Challen, but I can assure you it was fair. Just because a player gets hurt doesn't necessarily mean that it was a foul. It was an excellent tackle from Challen, but it's not surprising that the player is hurt, and we hope he recovers quickly. Player is up and moving, trying to stretch out what seems like a tight lower back. Maybe it was just some hurt feelings. I don't really know. Fernando Leon ready to receive this drop ball from the referee to get the play started again. There we go. That was an interesting drop ball from the referee. Seemed like he didn't really want Fernando to have that. But anyway, Fernando has the ball on the right-hand side and lays the ball off to Christian, who is moved up the field again, doing very well over there at right back so far today. Ball swung around to Challen, tall guy, who finds Omar Romero again on the left. LSR is going to be happy to continue to swing the ball around our back line like that. Take a little bit of time off the clock, maintain possession of the ball, nice and easy, give our midfielders a chance to recover. Ball is played there to Tim Langford on the left-hand side into McKinley Smith. Again, two most active players on the field by far, connecting very effectively. McKinley switches the ball to Fernando, a very good ball, as he's able to move up the field and bring the line up. Christian on the right-hand side receives the ball yet again in a dangerous area. Connor Rackley and him connect for a nice 1-2 up the right-hand sideline. Christian in there for some one-on-one action up against the Gamtex defender. Unfortunately loses the ball, but that's a great effort from LSR. And Christian does manage to win the ball back and force a corner. Connor on the right-hand side cuts the ball in, plays a nice ball across. That was a dangerous ball looking for Allison. Well done from Gamtex to be able to clear that out for another LSR corner. What? 12. 12 minutes left in the first half here at the Green Hill School. I only know that because George Williams just asked me how much time was left in the first half. Gamtex swings the ball out to the right-hand side to the Gamtex right back. Ball is out of bounds for a LSR throw-in. McKinley takes it quickly into the middle and finds Mitchell on a very effective throw. Mitchell tries to take a touch through and is properly shielded out by the Gamtex center back for a goal kick. A few substitutions coming in here for LSR. George Williams swapping out for captain Fernando Leon. McKinley off for Pedro Alvarez, and Mitchell off for Jose Carrion. Gamtex seeming to struggle to understand what a substitution is, but that's okay. Maybe they just didn't hear the whistle. Gamtex brings the ball up off of their goal kick after the substitutions, tries to play the ball over the top. George does what he does best, brings the ball down and disrupts the play. A little bit of miscommunication there from the goalkeeper and Omar Romero, who ends up clearing the ball out when the keeper could have just collected it, but that's okay. Tim Langford lays the ball out again to said Omar Romero on the left-hand side. Picks his head up, has a little bit of extra time, lays the ball back to George. Good possession there. No need to rush anything moving forward. Swings the ball out to the right where Challen is waiting. Challen tries to play the ball over the top to Connor Rackley, but finds a Gamtex head. The ball through there. George Williams attempted to clear that, and the Gamtex player put his foot very high up in the air, risking George's safety, which is why there was a foul. George on the left-hand side of the box plays up to Teddy Foley. Turns, looks upfield, doesn't really see much, taking his time, a few extra touches. Teddy lays the ball again back to George. Nice and composed. Tim in the back line there to help with the possession. Omar using that opportunity to move up the field. Really good interchange there from LSR to break the line and move forward. Teddy swings the ball out wide to Christian. Again, very high up the field at right back like we like to see. Connor overlaps, receives the ball at feet, uses his pace to beat the Gamtex defender. That's an excellent, excellent goal from Jose Carrion, a great team goal as we brought the ball from our defensive left-hand side, swung the ball all the way out to the right, moved the ball up the field very effectively to Christian and Connor. Connor swings the ball in to Jose, who turns and quick fires into the bottom left-hand corner off the post. I'm reminding my guys again, we need instant replay. I'm being told by tech expert Aaron Kozak, amongst many titles that he has, that we need about $5,000 for that. So maybe next week? I think we can do that next week. Preston gets paid next week. Gamtex starts the ball, or starts the kickoff, swing out to the right back. Nice tackle from Jose Carrion there. Good pressure from him and Pedro Alvarez. They've been playing together for a long time, and you can tell whenever they're next to each other on the field. Allison doing what he does best, receiving the ball on the top of the box, turning, taking a couple of touches past the defender and firing into the top corner. Really showing off his versatility there, despite his physical stature and his ability to bring a physical side to the game. His technique, his finesse is always on point, and finds himself in all kinds of positions where he's able to take touches around defenders and find the back post frequently. Really well done there from the boys. Very effective way to win the ball back from Jose and Pedro working together right around midfield. Kickoff has already happened. Tim Langford has the ball down in our defensive half. Tries to clear the ball, hits off of a Gamtex player out for a throw. Christian's going to take his time receiving the ball and getting this ball back into play, give ourselves a little bit of a break. About 7 minutes. About 7 minutes left here in the first half. Lone Star United versus Gamtex FC out here at Green Hill School. LSR has a long history of playing at the Green Hill School. We have been practicing here whenever possible as a club for about 5 or 6 years now. In fact, when I joined the club in August of 2015, one of my first sessions was here at the Green Hill School with about 9 people. Not really worth the money at the time, but I'm glad we had that relationship, because since we expanded into the semi-professional level, we have traditionally chosen Green Hill as our home venue. Happy to see our games played here all year long with the Dallas Soccer Alliance. Ben Bauer, the commissioner of DSA, really doing just an excellent job for Dallas adult soccer and providing his leagues with the best quality fields that he can. As you can see on the camera right now, this is an excellent field that we were playing on. And after years of playing in the NTPSA on public parks and cow pastures, it's nice to have a real soccer field to play on. In addition, when we went to Tulsa as a part of our UPSL fall season, we also got to play on a cow pasture. It was a little bit reminiscent after years of playing on better fields and then having to go play on that. Ball's out on the right-hand side. LSR throw. Good pressure from Jose Carrion there. Connor Rackley stepping up to take the throw, laying into Allison. Again, a common tactic here for LSR to dump the ball into anywhere within Allison's frame. It is a good odds that he's going to be able to control it and bring it down, as he shows us just about every day. Gamtex takes the throw. Teddy manages to collect after the ball bounces around a little bit, and LSR retains possession. Tim Langford out to Christian, who finds Jose's feet. A disappointing first touch from Jose there, but that's okay. He manages to win the ball back to Connor, who then successfully megs a Gamtex player. That was pretty sick. And after a couple more touches, finds its way out of bounds for another LSR throw. Christian on the right-hand side throws the ball into Tim Langford. Lays the ball over the top again, dumping it into Allison. Christian on the right-hand side manages to win the ball, keep it in bounds, and hit off of a Gamtex player for another LSR throw. Five minutes? 3 minutes? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think our timer's off, guys, and if it is, I'm so sorry. There's another excellent goal from LSR. Quite the opposite performance here from United compared to City during last game, down 4-0. LSR now up 4-0. Wait, McKinley, that was Jose's finish? Oh, yeah. From my angle, that looked like Allison for some reason. I guess I just always assume Allison scores. I don't know. I'm probably not going to be wrong very often if I assume that. Anyway, ball's back in play with Gamtex, touching the ball around their midfield. Great pressure there from Allison. It's unfortunate he wasn't able to connect on that. More physical play there from Allison, and wins another foul with his physicality. That's very smart play from him. Puts the ball down. LSR looking at a nice position for a free kick. Hopefully Tim is able to put this on target. Whatever he does, he probably shouldn't go to the right-hand side of the wall where Mr. 7 foot tall is standing. Actually, he's leaving the wall now. Tim Langford and George Williams stepping up to this kick. I believe this is going to come from Tim. An attempt on target. Yes, it is. Ooh, good effort there from Tim trying to bend the ball into the back post. Just over the crossbar. Definitely worth an effort there. Gamtex gets the game started again with a goal kick out to the right-hand side, and that is halftime. Take a quick break, have a halftime interview for you. Please stick around, and we will be right back.
You warm now?
Uh-oh. I don't know if you can... Oh, no. Okay, yeah. Their delay is a bit longer now than it was in the first half.
Can I just be here for the picture?
Yeah, they do that sometimes. Like somebody will stand by Messi.
Yeah.
Like
you can be Tim's translator to our Spanish audience.
Él dijo que when I score, if I score again, I want you to see, oh, freaking banger from the second outside the box.
Let's see. All right, and looks like we are successfully back live here with Tim Langford, midfielder for LSR. Also, Christian Quintero and Jose Carrion trying to get in on the action here. A little bit jealous of Tim's popularity. I would say, Tim, that was a very effective first half from the boys. I would say also for yourself, a very good first half. I think you and McKinley, easily the two most active players on the field, and playing two different roles, but really well done. What do you think?
I feel like we've had a good first half. It's the first game of the season. You know, guys were raring to go, good intensity. Everybody just wants to do their part, so can't ask for any more.
I agree. Good insight there from Tim. Was there anything you think we can improve on in the second half?
I would think just a little bit of discipline. We got caught out a couple times there towards the end, a couple over-the-top balls. It's just just all about focus the second half. So that's what we got to do.
There didn't seem to be a whole lot of threat from Gamtex, but it'd be nice to see if we can just like kind of settle down and not really have any threat at all. They did have a couple of small opportunities. Luckily, they weren't able to connect on any of them. A couple of shots and/or headers straight at Jackson, the goalkeeper. But if we could eliminate that completely in the second half, that would be ideal.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to take that away because against a better team, they'll put those away. So you just got to stay focused.
Absolutely. Tim, I appreciate it. I'm going to bring it over to Christian, who I promised also a halftime interview, Mr. Commentator. But, yeah, get back out there, son.
Yes,
hey, Christian. All right, back with former Lone Star City commentator Christian Quintero. Very effective first half on the right-hand side, playing right back. You were discussed quite a bit during that half, finding yourself on the ball a lot and connecting with just about everybody around you very effectively. So what did you see while you were out there on the right-hand side?
Well, one of the keys to this formation when you have two holding mids or two disciplined holding mids like we had Timmy and sometimes Teddy in there is I get the freedom to go up the field because I know they got me covered behind. And in lower league soccer, nobody's going to mark that outside back. And I have both the fitness and the capability of getting up and down the field without many issues. So I'm going to be open every time. And I know that. The other team knows that, and they still won't be able to stop me. So I'm looking forward to doing that again in the second half.
I appreciate the confidence, and I think you're 100% accurate. You were under very little pressure. Pretty much no matter how high up the field you were able to receive the ball. You had a lot of flexibility, a lot of time on the ball, and you were really able to make an impact over there on the right-hand side. Obviously, the biggest impact was connecting with Connor and then to Jose. That was an excellent goal there.
I love the lack of selfishness from the team. These guys, after watching probably that first game, wanted to just go out there and win, prove that there's going to be a rivalry between the two teams. And City are just as good, if not better, on days than us. All respect to them. So we're going to try and make sure we're outperforming them this season.
Speaking of which, next week is the first North Dallas Lone Star derby.
Is it actually?
Lone Star United versus Lone Star City, red versus blue. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun little evening for us. And I think everybody's going to be on their A game for that game. It's also going to be the return of Zach Lloyd as head coach, who finished his high school season this week, had some family in town this weekend, wasn't able to make it out to this game, but is going to be back to his normal coaching routine this week and out here for the game on Sunday. Very much looking forward to his input and seeing what kind of impact he can make from the sideline. I'm going to let you get back to it, Christian. Have a great second half and keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. Oh, no. You're good.
Yeah.
We're good? Okay, cool. Yeah. They did this in the first half, too.
Preston, you're clear to land. Our feet clear to land.
Back here live at the Green Hill School, Dallas Soccer Alliance, Division 1, Lone Star United versus Gamtex FC. Connor Rackley able to step in and win that ball off of Gamtex. Well done. Gamtex retains possession, though. Touches the ball through the midfield. Out wide to the left-hand side. Christian immediately puts pressure and forces him back into the inside where he meets Jose Carrion, who wins a nice tackle, but unfortunately Gamtex retains possession of the ball. Back to their center back out wide. It looks like to the right back. Takes an easy touch, lots of time on the ball. Looks up, trying to find a ball to play. Not a whole lot of places for him to go. Plays a square ball through the middle. And again, square out wide. Connor Rackley able to put immediate pressure and win the ball, forcing out for a Gamtex throw. Throwing coming in from Gamtex here. Goes long up the left-hand side. I have to say, that's a pretty awful call from the referee, but we're used to those in our existence. There's absolutely no reason for a yellow card to come out right there. That's kind of shocking from the referee there. But everybody knows referees are typically garbage. Ball cleared out from Tim Langford. Gamtex tries to dump the ball in behind the LSR back line, out for an LSR goal kick. Jackson Diamond on the ball, ready to clear the ball out. Plays it short out to the left-hand side. George Williams there to receive the ball. Looks up. Plenty of time. Finds a nice through ball to Pedro Alvarez, who is facing him, and lays the ball off to Jose Carrion smartly. Jose splits the back line, attempting to find an on-running Connor Rackley. Unfortunately, does not work out. Christian Quintero making his way back, almost slides in and makes that tackle. It looks like he's going to be offsides there, and he is. Challen plays the ball back to goalkeeper Jackson Diamond, who clears the ball out to the left-hand side. Omar Romero receives the ball. Really well done from the goalkeeper there. There's that footwork that I thought I saw the other night. Nice of him to bring that out. Omar loses the ball, though, to Gamtex, who's playing the ball around their back line now, out wide to their right back. Plenty of time on the ball there. Another square ball in. Again, nowhere for him to go. LSR doing a great job of blocking those through passes and not really giving any outlets to Gamtex. As they look to play the ball on the ground. Constantly having to lay the ball back to their back line, which we are seeing again here, forced to go over the top with no other options. Challen clears the ball out back to the Gamtex team, who looks for another through ball, and yet again Gamtex is offside. Good high line from LSR there, confidence in their ability to hold that line. I don't know. Ball back to goalkeeper Jackson Diamond, who looks up to spray another ball out to the left. Finds Omar's feet, who's under a little bit of pressure there, but does a great job finding Teddy fully in the midfield. Disappointing touch there from Teddy. Manages to retain possession, lay the ball off to Challen. Sprays it out left to George. Again, under a little bit of pressure. Gamtex looking like they're trying to play a little bit higher now and not give us so much time on the back line. And I have to be honest, we're struggling to adjust to that a little bit. Thrown in from Gamtex into the midfield. Tim Langford defending. Doing a great job of holding them up. Not giving them a whole lot of options. He was defending 1 versus 2 there. Did a good job forcing them back. Ball's chipped in. Challen able to clear it out for a Gamtex corner over on the right-hand side. Gamtex with a quick corner kick. Then lays it into the back post. Nothing really doing there. A little bit overhit. Gamtex struggled to connect on the end of that, and it goes out for an LSR throw deep in our defensive half. Over on the right-hand side, Christian Quintero steps up to take this throw. Throws the ball into Tim Langford, lays it back to Christian Quintero. Kristen touches it around a Gamtex player, who then is forced to foul Ball on the ground over in the corner. Played short from Tim Langford to Teddy Foley, who was able to turn in the midfield and play a wide ball out to Omar Romero. Well done from Omar there. Under a little bit of pressure, a little bit of a feint move, able to throw off the Gamtex defender and then find Allison's feet. Allison plays out wide to Pedro Alvarez on the left, who's looking to find Allison again. Does not do so successfully and ends up apparently fouling a Gamtex player. I'm a little confused by that call. Maybe he pulled him down. Gamtex plays the ball short on the ground into the midfield, but Teddy Foley does a great job stepping up and snuffing out that attack. Pedro Alvarez is now fouled while keeping possession, and LSR has a free kick. George Williams with a long ball over the top looking for Connor Rackley. It's a very effective ball. Connor almost gets on the end of it. It's unfortunate to not see anything else develop there. Gamtex rolls the ball out. Connor continues to provide the pressure. Unfortunately, extended his arms out, and the ref had no choice but to call a foul. Really good effort there from Connor. It's good to see him getting back and trying to contribute defensively there, and obviously doing so fairly effectively. Gamtex swings the ball out to the right-hand side after putting the ball back in play. Ball's with the right center back, playing another square ball. Again, seeing nothing moving forward other than trying to dump the ball over the top. Again, playing back to their left center back, again to their defensive midfielder, who looks up and plays the ball right to Connor Rackley, who, again, clogging these gaps, preventing any balls coming out from the back line or the midfield into the next line for Gamtex has been a very effective strategy for LSR. Allison unsuccessfully brings the ball forward, loses the ball to a Gamtex player. Moving forward, they dump the ball over the top, and George Williams is able to snuff that one out. Well done, George. Very effective at the center back position so far today. You are 7 minutes in. Ball's out wide on the left-hand side to Omar Romero. Brings the ball up, finds Allison's feet. Again, we talked about this earlier. Allison, very good at receiving the ball anywhere on the field. So it's typically a good person to look up and find. He's going to find those gaps. He's going to be available. We're seeing that all day long here. Jackson with the clearance, trying to find Jose Carrion. Ball goes a little bit long. Gamtex retains possession on the back line. Again, knocking the ball between their two center backs and their number 6. Not very many other options for them today. These are probably the most frequent passes that we're seeing on the ground from Gamtex today is center back to number 6, back to center back. And again, looking forward and trying to find their attacking midfielder, and Teddy Foley doing a great job of making him unavailable and forcing them backwards. Gamtex really struggling to get the ball out of their back. LSR, again, doing a great job of blocking any option that Gamtex is trying to find. LSR throw here over on the right-hand side. It looks like Christian Quintero is going to line up for this throw. And again, Connor ends up taking it and throwing it early to Pedro Alvarez. Good run there from Pedro to find that. He takes a touch, crosses the ball in. The Gamtex goalkeeper is able to collect. That's a good effort from Pedro, and what could have been a very dangerous cross, looking for Allison in there on the top of the 6-yard box. The Gamtex goalkeeper throws the ball out to the right-hand side, moving the ball up the field. Tim Langford's making his way over there to slow the play down. Gamtex plays through the middle. A nice connected pass there from them. Drops the ball off to their defensive midfielder and then out to their left center back. Looking up, trying to find a ball in. There's a lot of space in front of him right there, but whenever you look up, it just looks like there's nothing really that's that appetizing. Gamtex center back bringing the ball out, and again, Teddy Foley doing a great job of stepping in and intercepting that pass. Yeah, I did. Connor Rackley intercepts another pass there from Gamtex. Lots of LSR bodies there in the midfield, making things difficult. Coming the ball around to the left side. There we go again. Connor Rackley with yet another interception. Now he's going to try and use his pace to blaze around their left back. Lays the ball. Ooh, tries to be unselfish there. I can't quite blame him, but every once in a while you'd really like to see them be as selfish as they need to be and just get a shot on target. Long ball from the Gamtex goalkeeper. Challen is able to flick that on from his head to the LSR goalkeeper Jackson Diamond. A punt out from the back finds Pedro Alvarez, who probably should have been a little bit more composed there and tried to bring the ball down. He may have felt like he had a little bit of pressure on his back. Ball over the top. Challenge should deal with that easily, and he does. Brings the ball down on the ground. Lays the ball off to George in plenty of space. Out wide to Omar Romero, being closed down, and up to Pedro Alvarez in plenty of time. Lays the ball off to Allison, and then a nice 1-2 to Pedro off the left-hand side. Unfortunately, the ball goes out of bounds for a Gamtex throw.
Kinley, come on!
Hey, you guys just go. We'll do the next one. I don't either. I actually I've been bashing the referee about that yellow card on the broadcast.
Set the tone because he was like complaining about the hard tackle.
Oh, that was such garbage, dude. That was such a bad yellow card.
Like punish me for a tackle that you
No,
penalized.
that's not a yellow card anywhere in the world.
I mean, 5 foot, sure, but like.
Gamtex has the ball over on the right-hand side, tries to clear the ball out, able to deflect it was Mitchell Meisinger, who then receives the ball and finds a shot on target. For some reason, the Gamtex goalkeeper is trying to waste time or something while they're losing 4-0. I'm not really understanding that, but LSR recently made a couple of substitutions. Fernando Leon steps in for Challen, tall guy, and Mitchell Meisinger steps in up top for Allison, giving him a little bit of a break after a very effective first 53 minutes on the field. Gamtex lays the ball off on the right-hand side, gets around Omar Romero, looking dangerous here. But George Williams, yet again, able to come over and snuff out the attack. Looked like that was a little bit of a foul there after the play on George. I mean, if challenge was a yellow card, I don't know why that one wouldn't be, but, that's for another day, I guess. Gamtex corner kick over on the right-hand side. McKinley Smith looking to make a substitution. Looks like he's subbing off for Pedro Alvarez. And the referee with another power trip, an absolutely useless yellow card that makes no sense whatsoever. These are just typical referee actions. Couple of nonsense decisions in this half so far from the referee. But like I said, we're used to it. 57. Teddy Foley over on the left-hand side looking to bring that ball down. Gamtex does a great job touching around him and continuing up the field. Through ball played into Gamtex's feet. Well done there. And Fernando Leon able to block that shot. Really good recovery there from Fernando. That was probably the most open the LSR backline has looked all day. I think they were a little bit out of sorts after a quick restart. Jackson Diamond punts the ball up the field looking for Mitchell Meisinger. He's looking a little threatening there, but Gamtex able to control the ball, play through the lines, find their center mid who turns with a little bit too much time on his hands. Teddy does a good job slowing him down. Gamtex plays the ball out left to the left back, looking for a cross here on the ground, finds one of his players' feet. George Williams with a nice physical play there to knock him off the ball, and a little chipped through ball finds its way to the LSR goalkeeper, Diamond. Sprays the ball out left to the left back, Omar Romero, able to bring the ball a little bit up the field. A nice little feint move there to continue moving up. Cuts to the inside. Well done there from Omar. Finds Tim Langford nice and easy in the midfield, who plays forward to Jose Carrion. A nice touch from Jose gets him plenty of time and space. Lays the ball off to Christian Quintero to find Mitchell's feet. Yeah. That's an interesting lack of a yellow card there from the referee. He's made a number of really bad decisions here in this half, and really making no sense whatsoever with his decision making. Questions being asked of the referee right here, and he really has no answers. really just trying to get by, finish out this game without making any more huge mistakes. Kind of a useless conversation here. Tim's going to put the ball down and get this back into play. Tim Langford over to the ball to get the ball started again. Looking for a long ball to the back post. George Williams there to receive it. That's a great ball from Tim. Finds George's head. Tries to play the ball back across, but doesn't find anybody in waiting. Ball out for an LSR throw in on the right-hand side. Thrown into Jose Carrion, who brings down well. Plays out wide to Connor Rackley. A nice 1-2. Played there with Jose, who plays a ball to the back post. That's a pretty good ball, maybe a little bit less bend on it than he was hoping for. Ended up kind of flailing out to the corner flag, out for a Gamtex throw-in. Ball's back in play here, out with the Gamtex right back. McKinley providing a little bit of pressure there. Able to play the ball forward. LSR is going to drop here, let Gamtex come a little bit forward. No reason to put any crazy pressure on him. Gamtex sprays the ball out wide to the left. A nice touch through from Gamtex, able to retain possession. Lots of bodies in this tight little space. Connor Rackley with a nice attempt at skill to advance the ball forward, but unfortunately goes out of bounds. Throw in on the left-hand side, and a nice foul there from Tim Langford, trying to reach around and block that pass, but a little bit mistimed, and a foul there from Tim. Ball's played over the top. Teddy is able to bring the ball down. A nice touch to Tim. 1-2 with him and Connor. Misses Tim, but finds his way to McKinley Smith, who picks his head up, finds a ball wide out to Connor again. Connor looks up. 1-2 there with Tim Langford. Ball out off of Gamtex for an LSR throw. Good effort there from LSR. McKinley throws the ball in quickly to Jose. Not the best first touch. He was under a little bit of pressure there. Ball's played to the middle. A Gamtex player slips, and the ball finds its way to Teddy, who finds McKinley Smith. Ball out wide to Connor Rackley with dribbling in on goal. Cuts back, hoping to find an LSR player, and there's no one there to finish off what was a great ball from Connor. Gamtex is flying down the field. Lots of space in front of them. Tim Langford easily able to snuff out that pass. Another nice interception. Sprays the ball out wide to Connor Rackley, who is looking increasingly dangerous this half. Nice little skill move to get around that defender. Finds Mitchell's feet, but unfortunately that ball is blocked by a Gamtex defender. Finds his forward feet running at George Williams. George nice and composed, just looking to hold up the Gamtex player and force an uncomfortable shot, which he does successfully. Ball's played short to Fernando Leon. Lifted over the top to Christian Quintero on the right-hand side. Plenty of time and space for Christian to move up the field. He's looking around, trying to find his best option. No real rush to go forward if nothing's on. Finds Teddy's feet. Langford back to Fernando Leon, who plays wide to George. George is under a little bit of pressure there, but calmly finds Tim Langford, who plays back to Fernando. That's a good bit of possession there from LSR. Fernando sprays wide, looking for Omar Romero. A little bit too deep on that ball. Gamtex is able to collect easily. Gamtex with the ball over on the right-hand side. A little bit of time for them to move the ball up the field. Not a whole lot of pressure here from LSR. The game has relaxed a little bit on the 4-0 scoreline. Gamtex still struggling to find balls through on the ground, but they're just finding a little bit more space coming out of the back, able to dribble with less immediate pressure on them from LSR. That's an excellent, excellent goal there from LSR. The ball finds itself wide to Christian Quintero, who plays what I think was a one-touch ball into Teddy's path behind the Gamtex back line. Teddy expertly finishes between the goalkeeper's legs for the 5th goal of the evening for Lone Star United. Ball's back in play off the kickoff from Gamtex. plays the ball forward. Omar Romero able to find the ball, but a misplaced pass into the midfield. And Gamtex again trying to play forward. Jackson Diamond, new goalkeeper, does a great job coming up, playing high off his line. Throws the ball out wide to the right to Christian, who lays off to Fernando Leon. Finds Tim in the midfield. Little bit of composure there from Tim. Felt a little pressure on his back. Fernando sprays the ball out wide again to Omar Romero. These outside backs for both City and United today doing a great job of staying high up the field. And I'm not really sure what the referee just called. Maybe it was out of bounds. Okay, yep, out of bounds for a throw-in. McKinley steps in and immediately wins that throw. Very well done from McKinley, and then earns himself a foul. Gamtex forced to play a little bit more physical this half. Being down 5-0 is not a comfortable position to be in. Continuous questionable decisions from the referee. I still don't understand the yellow card to Challen if he's not going to hand out yellow cards for challenges like that. At least that one was from behind. Tim Langford standing over the ball for this free kick, looking to play the ball long. George Williams on the back post yet again, and the two of them are trying to connect for another long ball. George. And for the second game in a row, we found a shot from outside the box. Clear both fences here at Green Hill. Was that one of ours? That was one of ours? I'm being told that's one of our balls this time, and that makes me very upset. That was the ball? I'm going to ask, see if maybe Micah over there would be so kind to go collect that ball for us since it was ours. Thank you, Micah. Hashtag lower league soccer. I'm reminded to continuously use that phrase. Ball's played long. George Williams again with the header to be able to find Fernando Leon's feet. Stepping the ball forward, finds Mitchell, who looks for another flick. That's an excellent leave from Mitchell, who finds Connor running in on goal, and Connor is able to calmly finish into the bottom right-hand corner around the goalkeeper. Fernando collects the ball in our defensive center circle, plays the ball forward to Mitchell's feet, who decides to leave it and dummy it onto an oncoming Connor Rackley, who's able to get around the goalkeeper for a smooth finish into the bottom corner. Apparently there's some confusion here with the referees. I'm not sure what is going to happen, but it's probably going to be a bad decision. And he's going to claim that he was offsides. I'm assuming that they're saying that Mitchell, who dummied that ball, it was offsides. There's no real way to know without VAR, which won't be coming here until next season. But that is my thought as to what just occurred. Allison lays the ball off to Pedro, finds McKinley's feet, gets a shot off. Really well done from the boys there. It's unfortunate the shot wasn't as great, but McKinley was a little bit rushed there. Ball's played over the top. Fernando tries to make a challenge, does not do so successfully, and Gamtex is able to finish. That's a disappointing showing from LSR right there. No real need to give up a goal like that. 5-1 here at the Green Hill School in Dallas Soccer Alliance Division 1. Lone Star United versus Gamtex FC here in Addison, Texas. Kickoff back to Pedro Alvarez, finds Connor Rackley over on the right-hand side. Plays Pedro again. Plenty of time. A little bit of pressure on his back. Lays the ball off to Mitchell. Mitchell gets a little bit rushed from a Gamtex defender, but manages to keep the ball. Ball is played back to George Williams. Out wide to Omar Romero. Omar swings it around to Fernando, who finds Connor in a lot of space over on the right-hand side. This referee is making some really bad decisions and increasingly frustrating decisions. Still very confused on the yellow card that he gave to Challen earlier. I've seen 3 or 4 much worse challenges from Gamtex, not treated equally, I should say. and we'd like to see that cleaned up. Our players a little bit more protected. They're finding themselves cleats to the feet, cleats to the shin a little bit too often with nothing done from the referee. Ball laid off to Christian Quintero into the center to Mitchell Meisinger, who plays wide out to Omar Romero. Again, these outside backs playing high up the field and providing really nice outlets for our midfield to find. Omar tries to play through to Teddy Foley. It's not a good pass from Omar, but he does do a great job of recovering there and stopping that Gamtex counterattack. An attempted pass out wide to George is a little bit too heavy. Goes out for a Gamtex throw. They're over on the right-hand side. No, actually take off Omar and put George at left back. Ball's in play over the right-hand side. Omar with a nice slide tackle. Keeps possession of the ball. Looks up. Finds McKinley on the left. McKinley's got plenty of time. Finds Mitchell, who's able to turn in the center mid. Keeps possession. Looks up. Plays the ball to a very offsides Allison. I don't know. We need Mitchell needs to be looking up and looking for the streaking Christian over on the far side. Allison is playing high there to try and stretch the back line. If he checks in or plays too deep, he crowds Mitchell's space. So Allison's attempt to make a run there is really more about trying to create space underneath him than it is actually trying to find the ball. Oftentimes it looks as though forwards are trying to make those through runs and they're asking for a through ball, but they typically know whenever they're offsides, and sometimes the point of the run is not for the through ball, but it is to give that player making a run through the midfield more space in front of him, more time in front of him, and open up runs and spaces for other players underneath. The ball's played through from Gamtex. Again, that's another wide open back line from LSR. We need to see that cleaned up. George is able to collect the ball and play forward to Pedro Alvarez. Teddy Foley is in a forward position, receives the ball in the midfield, does a great job of keeping possession there. Looks forward, plays wide. McKinley on his right foot. McKinley takes a guy one-on-one, plays a ball to the back post again, just a little bit heavy. Allison looking there to put a finish on, but not able to connect. Allison does manage to retain possession and find Connor Rackley on the right-hand side with some fancy footwork. Plays the ball back to Allison, looks up, attempting to play a 1-2 there with Christian Quintero, but gets stopped by the Gamtex defender. Gamtex trying to clear the ball, blocked by Allison, but is still able to clear and find the ball out wide to their right back. Right back is in plenty of space, moving the ball up the field. And George Williams with another interception. Very well done from him. Challenge, the ball's still not gone out of bounds? Oh, okay. Challenge tall guy over here trying to sub into the game and just has not found the time over the last minute or so. Perfect. Challenge still not able to find a substitution with miscommunication from the referees. He should know by now someone's trying to sub on. I think he is intentionally ignoring us after our knowing he's done a bad job on these calls. Ooh, McKinley with a tight little meg there through the Gamtex defender. Allison yet again in an offsides position. That time was a little bit less about creating space and more about just that he was offside. He's looking straight across the line there. There's really no need for him to be offsides. Yeah, Omar, don't get a yellow card. Omar trying to avoid the wrath of the referee there by actually jogging off the field instead of walking. Gamtex with possession on their back line. Number 10 looking up for a long ball over the top. Challen gets in front of the defender who has no choice but to foul. Challen plays out wide to the new left back, George Williams. Challen subbing on for Omar Romero, who had a very effective stint out at left back for the majority of the game so far. McKinley with the ball, looking to play Teddy there in the center, but accidentally blocked by an oncoming George Williams, making a run forward. Ball out for a Gamtex throw over on the right-hand side. Gamtex throw-in somehow gets through many people, finds his way to one of their players' feet. Dumped ball over the top. Christian Quintero defends easily, and yet another foul from the Gamtex team. At some point, these fouls get repetitive. I am still confused about the yellow card to Challen. Still does not make any sense. Fernando plays the ball out wide to Christian. And yet another cleats up tackle from Gamtex. Interesting. Out wide for a Gamtex corner after the ball pinballed around a little bit, and a shot goes wide left. Wait, Tim, are you leaving? Oh. yeah, no. Wait, what? Oh, I was planning on it. I mean, you don't have to. 15 minutes. I mean, it's up to you, man. Yeah. All right. Teddy Foley bringing the ball forward after a little confusion about whether or not Tim Langford was going to enter the game again. Connor Rackley over on the right-hand side, overlapped by Teddy, plays the ball wide to McKinley. That's an excellent ball from Connor, and that's a great play from LSR there. A good attempt. Allison manages to keep the ball. That looks like a foul to me in the box. Allison asking for a PK. He is probably correct, as we know this referee is not very good at his job. The ball is played long all the way back to the LSR goalkeeper, Jackson Diamond, who throws out wide to Challen Tall Guy. I'm sure there was a handball, a foul, a lot of different things that the referee missed. George Williams on the left-hand side plays the ball back to Challen. Challen has plenty of time and space, plays the ball back to the goalkeeper. Long ball into the center, accidentally finds a Gamtex player. Gamtex still in possession here. A little bit too much time there for Gamtex to work with, but Christian able to intercept their attempted pass, and possession changes hands again. McKinley blocks the ball out for a Gamtex throw. Gamtex throw-in, successful to one of their midfielders, able to turn on Teddy Foley, but Challen able to win possession back, find McKinley's feet in the forward position. McKinley and Allison connecting well there again. That's just mistimed there. Allison attempting to make a run on the previous pass. Gamtex able to block it. Hey, that one was less on Allison. That was a pin ball, and he was already offsides. There's nothing wrong with that. He was trying to make a run from an earlier play. Gamtex moving the ball forward through a few LSR defenders. Ball pops up for a Gamtex handball. LSR with the free kick in their defensive third. Teddy Foley standing over the ball here, plays short to Pedro Alvarez. That's a good split ball. Pedro looks up. Connor was making a run forward. Pedro thought he was going to stay in his position, and there is a foul, Connor, on the Gamtex player. Gamtex with a free kick about 45 yards out from goal. Puts the ball down, plays short. Referee stops it for a moving ball. It looks like we are back up to our record number of 12 viewers. Thank you, all 12 of you, for tuning in. I'm pretty sure one of them is my dad and some other parents on the team. And, of course, we appreciate that. Yet another cleats-up tackle, another confusing decision from the referee. There's just no explanation for some of his decision-making tonight. It's been pretty poor. But regardless, looks like the ball is back in play for Gamtex. Trying to maintain possession here in the midfield, touching back and forth between their defensive mid and their center backs. Finds a ball through, tries to turn, ball out wide left to number 18. Crosses the ball in. Fernando able to clear that header up the middle. Gamtex finds their ball out wide right in the corner, looking to cross. A couple extra touches, crosses the ball in. Goalkeeper Jackson Diamond able to punch the ball out, deal with the attack for now. A little bit more ball bouncing around in the box, and it eventually finds its way out for a goal kick. Jackson Diamond taking the goal kick here, goes long up the middle. Pedro Alvarez looking to bring the ball down. Really good fight there from Pedro to get the ball down at his feet. Forces a foul from Gamtex. I'm not sure why the referee decided to stop the ball there. I guess the ball was moving. That could be true. Give him a little bit of credit, I guess. Ball out wide to Christian Quintero from Teddy Foley. Christian crosses the ball early to an on-running Allison. That's a great play. They're claiming he's offsides again. That one, what'd you think? Christian, what'd you think? Was that offside? Was that offside? Christian says that wasn't offside, and I 100% believe him. Omar, in about 3 minutes, take Christian off for the rest of the game. You'll get about 8 or 10 minutes left. Do it.
Put me in, coach. Come on.
Pedro with the ball in the midfield looking for a long-range shot. That's a good effort there from Pedro. He was a little bit bodied up by a Gamtex defender right as he was taking that shot and missed just wide off the right-hand post. Gamtex goal kick here. Finds number 18's feet. Connor makes a good recovery there. Gamtex does a great job retaining possession under pressure from Connor. Ball's laid off. Allison providing pressure there to the Gamtex center back. Delays the play just a little bit. Good fight there from Allison. Gamtex still with the ball in the back line. Doing what they can to find gaps in the LSR midfield. Most of them are still laying in front. Not a whole lot of options. Pedro steps in excellently there. Lays the ball off to Allison on the left-hand side, and Allison's shot is blocked. McKinley with an running onto that. Really well done there from all three, I would say. Pedro, Allison, and McKinley. Allison might have been able to get off his shot a little bit sooner. But regardless, McKinley cleaned up the mess and finishes for our 6th goal of the evening. Tanner says Allison doesn't know what to do whenever he finds himself onside, and to be honest, I'm kind of believing that a little bit right now. When Allison goes back and watches this game, I don't know how he's going to feel about these comments. I'm sure I'll get a text message, but that's okay. I mean, we're not wrong. We're not wrong. Gamtex gets the play going again. Little under 10 minutes left total in the match. 7 minutes of play, a few minutes of stoppage time. Ball laid back to the Gamtex center back. Plays forward to their defensive midfielder. Long ball over the top there, looking for number 4. Goalkeeper did a great job coming out and being strong there. That was a dangerous look there from Gamtex. Yeah, you guys go ahead. Goalkeeper Jackson Diamond looking to play the ball back in. Long goal kick up the middle. Finds Pedro's feet. Lays it off to Fernando, who's able to clear and find his way up to Allison. Allison trying to run through the back line. Does a good job of being a nuisance yet again. Finds its way to Pedro, who tries to cross the ball into McKinley. I think that's a good look there from Pedro. Just a little bit of lack of execution from him. McKinley was free and open over there on the left-hand side, ready to receive that pass. Gamtex back in possession here. Diamond with a throw out to Teddy in the midfield, who advances forward very effectively, lays the ball back to Fernando Leon, plays the ball up to Omar Romero, now on the right-hand side. Had a very effective stint at left back today, subs in for Christian Quintero, who is making another appearance here in the commentator booth without a shirt on. And I know you're cool. I actually, I don't mind it at all. YouTube minds it apparently. Sorry, YouTube. Ball out on the left-hand side for George Williams, playing the ball forward, finds Allison's feet up the left-hand side, unable to bring that under control.
Honestly, free the nipple.
Yeah.
Free the nipple.
I agree. Free the nipple, Christian. Gamtex plays the ball up the right-hand side, number 12, keeping possession under some pressure from Mitchell Meisinger, who was fouls officially the Gamtex player. I think the referee was trying to play advantage there.
Just my analysis off being on the field. The second half was a little bit messy because we got lazy.
Yeah.
One of those things where in the first half, the midfield was very compact and organized. And in the second half, we kind of knew this game was over. So, a little bit of a looser mentality, but can't have that. Because if we start playing teams like Legends and Providence like that, it's not going to go our way. So
I agree. Legends beating Lone Star City earlier 4-3 in what turned out to be a pretty entertaining game. And Provident, the two-time reigning champion of this division here in the Dallas Soccer Alliance, and we're obviously looking to take them off of their perch as the two-time reigning champion. Ball played into the middle to Mitchell Meisinger. That's a great ball out wide to an oncoming left back, George Williams. George takes advantage and blasts the ball past the goalkeeper.
That's a proper English finish.
That's a proper English finish. Excellent play there all around from LSR. Mitchell with the vision, the eyes behind his head.
Where was that all night for me?
Good
honestly,
question.
Where was that?
I don't know. George making a run forward at his preferred left back position. Just kidding, but
is he left-footed?
He is left-footed. That is not. He's English and left-footed. Almost token Englishman and token left-footed.
So we basically have Luke Shaw out there.
It's basically Luke Shaw.
I
would say so. Luke Shaw had a very effective performance for United today. Obviously, I believe he scored a goal, didn't he?
He did.
He did score a goal, and now
wasn't
George is scoring a goal.
Yeah.
English left-footed left backs just scoring goals all day today in the world soccer.
And that is the end of the game. Very proud of the performance from the boys tonight, though.
That's a great performance there from Lone Star United in their first game of the Dallas Soccer Alliance season with a 6-1 win over Gamtex FC. We will be back shortly with an interview with Captain Fernando Leon. All right, and we are back here with Captain Fernando Leon after a 6-1 victory over Gamtex FC in the Dallas Soccer Alliance Division 1 here in Addison, Texas. Fernando, what did you think about this game today?
It was a good first result. The entire team was playing strong. We didn't let up the entire time. I told them at halftime we had a great momentum going in to the second half, and I was like, let's not let that up. We have to keep it going. We opened the floodgates with the first 4 goals in the first half, and I was like, let's keep it going.
And you did so successfully. Another 3 goals coming in the second half. It did feel a little bit lackluster, as a 4-0 halftime lead can do sometimes. But I think overall there were still a lot of positives to take from this team, especially compared to the game before, which could have been due to a better opponent that Lone Star City was facing. But I think that there was a lot more cohesiveness and a lot more just overall off-the-ball effort from the boys tonight for United. Something for City to take into account when they come up against you next week.
Oh, definitely. We came together from the very beginning. There was a great ball movement. No one was holding it on too long, and if we did, we let them know, hey, we have to play fast, play off our feet, and not hold on to the ball too long, because if not, we're going to lose it, and we couldn't have that.
I agree. I like it. Fernando, appreciate it. Had a great game today, and looking forward to the Lone Star Derby next week
definitely.
Here, 5 o'clock, I believe, here at Green Hill, and we will be here live.
Oh, for sure. United's going to take that easily. We're not even worried about it, to be honest. After tonight's result, we're going to go in with that attitude that no one can hold us back and no one can hold us down. So we're going to bring it. We're definitely going to bring it.
I think it's going to be a great game next week. I'm sure City's pissed after the game today, and looking forward to trying to take it out on you guys next week. So
true, but we're not going to let that happen.
I think everybody's going to be ready, and it's going to be in for a great game. I'll take them. Are we keeping the shorts? Keep the shorts.